right. Well, now that everyone is present, uh, let us begin. Last time on the Legion of Iron, after discovering an entrance to where the vile demons were coming from, our adventurers were recalled once again back to the capital, where they discussed the matter in private to Lord Albert. Albert, Albert, being elated at this news, will soon enact the plan Heaven's Fall. They will recall the paladins that are currently stationed at the neighboring town villages. Albert let the adventurers know that the plan is to be closely guarded, as even he is not certain of whom can be trusted among the ranks. The operation will take a week's time. In the meantime, Albert asked the adventurers to look into another matter for him: the disappearance of his son Edmund. He bore a ring much like the ones that were shown to him. Seeing that they may be important to all of this, he requested that they seek out the ring during the sorry, during the week's time. With the new objective, our adventurers once again set out to the mine, the last sighting of Edmund. The they brought the trolls the head of Jack, as was requested, and they left forever grateful, allowing our adventurers to peacefully enter the mines. Once inside, they followed the narrow tunnel, a few able to feel and hear the sound of a constant thumping. They saw in the cave where a battalion they saw it they saw in the cave a battalion of paladins perished underneath rock, suffocation, broken spirits. Many were claimed. Using the Ring of Memories, they searched for the missing Edmund, discovering a paladin that bore the ring they searched for. As they slowly walked deeper to the cave, deeper inside, a construct of massive proportion was slamming the wall, turned to face the party, and they battled. However, dauntless adventurers fought and won, and continued to follow the paladin, who rested on a wall, expecting the end, only to have discovered a chance of hope. And so, yeah, that pretty much summarizes what happened last time. Welcome back, guys. Glad to have you guys here again. And I shall go ahead and drop you off in front of where you guys left off at. So, I think the last thing, Argos, you attempted to use the Ring of Bounty to search for any of, I believe it's rare loot that may have been scattered across thanks to the cadaver collectors perishing that got exploded by a fireball of your pal there. Even with the Ring of Bounty, unfortunately at this time there does not appear to be any sort of equipment at all. Actually, looking around, even with investigation, perception of all the sort, you actually don't even see very much equipment. Most of the equipment you still see are either maybe half still on the bodies of the paladins that were on top of the corpse layer itself, or sorry, of the cadaver collector itself. Just yeah, nothing of the sort appears to you.
Ugh. Well, that's curious. Yep. Argos is kind of like slurring through, a little like lightheaded. Maybe he took a blow too many to the head, but he's just Let's see. So he ends up staring at this wall for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I believe you're currently wearing both the Ring of Bounty and Ring of Memory. Is that correct? Okay. So you can definitely see that sigil there.
Hmm. Yep. Kind of just raises his eyebrow for. So what do we do about this?
Well, I already tried dashing through it and that didn't work. Ace is still soothing their head after bonking it so hard against that wall.
Hmm. Let's see. Yep. As if this will change anything, Argus just walks up to the wall and kind of places his ear against it.
All right, yeah. You walk up to the wall. You place your ear against it. You do have perception proficiency, correct? I believe you were one of the few. Even with that, you at this time do not hear anything. Actually, I'll tell you what you can hear. You hear almost like a hollowness. Like it's not like listening into a like if you were to press your ear against the concrete rock, you don't hear anything. This is sort of like if you can tell that there's certainly something definitely beyond there, but at this time you don't hear anything beyond it.
Catch the doorway. Argus kind of just kicks the wall.
Yep, it just rebounds your foot, but luckily appears to not hurt you at least. Oh, by the way, okay. This is also what you guys notice. The guys, actually, even without perception proficiency, everyone can clearly notice this. This area appears to be smashed out, as in this chunk of the wall from down, like, let me go ahead and describe it. This part right here, all of this appears to be smashed out as though it were like not like done by like the tools, but like all of this were over here, like carefully done with a pickaxe into a straight linear tunnel. This enclave was apparently smashed out in this kind of direction.
Okay.
I'm getting real tired of all these very linear doors and their keys with no other options. It's kind of amazing. Maybe we should just yell and see if the kid's alive, otherwise we'll just report him dead.
Argos kind of just like aims the ring at the corpse collector. I suppose this wouldn't hurt. And begins dialing things back and tracking the movements of the corpse collector.
All right, so just gonna move this body here around, and as you pretty much rewind it to the point before you guys entered, you see it rapidly smashing in this direction. So as though it were trying to enter, and you would see that even so it did this for quite some time actually, and before that, and then it started. This is what it's doing in reverse, as it's basically smashing along these walls, basically creating this indent. Actually, it would start from here. This is because it's doing this in reverse. So it started from here, and it started slowly making its way until eventually it made it here. But I guess right around the time when it first started, this is who you see. Sorry, Ace, I'm gonna have to move you.
That's a familiar character.
He looks. Well, it's kind of hard to tell because he only has a skeleton for a face, but yeah. So there's no real facial features, but he looks to be like pointing around. He like pointing back in that direction, apparently saying something. Then pointing in this direction, also saying something, and then the collector just starts smashing here. As he just apparently just faces down and just shakes his head no, and then disappears, as though he teleported.
And did this corpse collector also get whisked in by said figure?
Yes.
Just like magically appeared?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that didn't tell me a whole lot.
Yep, pretty useless. Not even the bad guys can get rid of this ridiculous door that somehow surpasses all magic and all other forms of movement. I love dead ends. A maze is supposed to be solved, not cockblocked by friggin' symbols on the wall.
Maybe we can go and see if one of the King fellows managed to have the this particular ring. But
Yeah, you can
can't just be
ask, but
going around.
wasn't everything about the rings being kept from him to begin with?
yeah, well, I don't want to interrupt Big Al anymore. They're already having trouble getting to bed.
Hey,
Uh,
Ape Wiharu, can you just slam on the wall and see if someone slams back?
Ooh, I clubbed the wall.
Yep. Much like the collector itself, you also begin slamming against the wall. And maybe with Argos pressing his ear against it to try hearing something, you do not hear anything.
Argos tries shouting then. Hello? Anybody in there?
No response. Dead silence.
We're here to
Well-
rescue you.
Well, at the very least, do we have a way of carrying this thing back to town? I bet they'll find that real interesting. Just be like, hey,
Is it too heavy for your disc?
oh, let me find out. Guys will ritually cast Tensor's floating disc. Is it more than? Is this thing? It kind of looks like it's more than 500 pounds, though.
It is a huge creature, if I recall.
Yeah.
So, what's the general weight of a huge? Well, this thing is actually made out of like lots of pieces of armor and stuff like that. Well, maybe what you could do is, are you gonna try to collect the actual thing, or just like maybe bits and pieces of it and see how much you can fit on it?
If it's possible, probably just like a major section of it, like its head and part of its chassis.
Oh yeah, that you can do that.
That seems the best way of going about this.
Argos sighs and gets to helping to dismantle it.
Oh, it was already pretty much dismantled after the fireball.
Oh.
No.
Well, he
that's
separates
convenient.
the main torso from the arms and legs then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we can bring that back as I don't know, something that we did. Maybe bring back one of the armors of the paladins or something.
Easily
And
something.
and maybe if he's awake at all, just ask him if he made any copies of the ring that we can use.
Yep.
I mean, I assume they had the original one, so they should have been able to make copies.
Oh, just a rehash. You probably would have been able to at least dutifully tell from the image of Edmund when he was walking through here. It did not seem as though he noticed the sigil on the wall.
Okay, I mean, I'm still just telling A's like, maybe you can ask him if they made any extra copies of the rings.
Yeah. Though I guess we got to go back and ask them though. I'm not sure if we want to relay that through the.
I thought the whole point of I thought he changed it so that it goes straight to him or someone that
Oh.
he trusts or something like that.
Oh, you're right. I totally forgot about that. Hold on. You
Remember
want me to
the whole-
go?
The whole everyone keeping stuff from him, so he got kind of annoyed, etc.
You want me to like head out to the entrance real fast and then return back here?
I mean, I imagine it only takes you a few minutes, right? So.
While
Yeah.
waiting, Argos kind of just makes a dumb face and just like slaps his back against the wall.
Yeah, he's just gonna run really quickly over to the entrance to see if they can get some signal, basically.
Just a quick reminder. The cavern or this marble mine was about 30 minutes away from the city. It takes you another 10 minutes. It'll take you, I guess, since you're fast enough, I would say an additional 5 minutes to not only get out of the cave, but to run the additional 5 minutes to get back into distance range where you can communicate. Are you okay with this?
The whole.
So what is that, like
the
10
whole
minutes
40
total?
Minutes, 10 minutes. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, Ace is fast enough, so.
Yeah, it's gonna do that. Then they're gonna quickly jog that distance to get its signal range.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, what is everyone else doing?
Argos just is dumbly keeping his back pressed against the wall.
I just come over here and like I look at this lousy symbols like I hate this place. All this place is stupid secrets and doors you can't open. What a trash area this is. As I scrape on the ground, Edmund, your father's calling you. Pretty much.
You write it down on the ground.
Yep.
All right.
Did we find anything interesting other than? I mean, it's a corpse collector with a ridiculous amount of corpses, right? Right. There's got to be something good.
Hmm?
Apparently, this teleported in corpse collector that has tons of corpses has never collected anything of note that hasn't been
Oh.
taken from it.
Sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would seem that all the corpses that it has collected did not have anything on them.
Yeah, there's another boring cave, another boring fight, another boring stone door. Seriously, at least other people, when they make their mazes or their mausoleums, put things of interest in here. Nope. Zero reward for all of our effort. I love this.
Mm. He sees quite the.
Yep. Feels like we're getting cock-blocked at every turn. It's good. Great place to be.
All right, Ace, you eventually do make it within the past the 5 minutes to now disclose to, I guess, the agent on the other end. What do you let them know?
Hey, is this Al?
No, this is not. Though I've been promoted to a certain extent, I'm currently speaking. To relay any information that your party sends to him, but he is currently still resting. But what can I assist you with as soon as he's available?
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt them for this, but we got some deets on where their son's probably gone to, and when they're available, right? Don't interrupt them. They need some sleep, my man. But we need tell them I'm leaving a voicemail to call us back. But if we're on a cave, they'll have to call back again because we get no signal here.
You should have phrased that the same way you'd phrase an actual voicemail.
Hi, this is Ace. We think we found your dead son, but yeah, give me a call back. Thanks.
No. Well, either way, as soon as you let him know, he's like, all right, I'll be sure to let Lord Albert know. In the meantime, I don't know what you did find, but bring back whatever you can. I'll let him know as soon as he is done resting. I expect him to be closer towards the night. Maybe get back here. If you guys are weird from your travels, get some rest. Never know when the night terrors may strike again.
Yeah, man. We'll get around to it.
Suppose I'll try something before we go. Sorry if I killed everybody. Yep. And so he approaches around this area of the room, looks in this general direction, and he strums out a shatter.
Oh man.
Okay.
In this particular area.
Like around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I can't really edit these maps post, but I'll tell you what happens. As your shatter rings out, it shatters a good portion of this south wall here, and basically you create like a little cave, maybe like that.
Okay.
As maybe just you hear not just the rumbling of the shatter, but maybe you also hear the rumbling of the shatter in this direction as the thunder shine. Like down the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As soon as that finishes, he kind of just like stops to listen.
You hear like maybe a rock or two fall slowly. A's, you're not back right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, I suppose let's see how much damage I've actually caused.
And then slowly more. And then a lot more rocks.
Amazing how one shatter does more damage than this corpse collector did, digging out the entirety of this place. But that's magic for you!
Oh, man.
Dun-dun-dun.
Do.
Magic.
It just
Now,
works.
A's, when you get back, you notice that the rock tunnel was a little bit maybe more blocked, but it seems that thankfully it was not completely sealed.
I take some small rocks and spell out Edmund, fucking get out of the cave, you idiot. Kids.
Side tangent. How long ago was it that Edmund went missing?
About a year ago.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it was like 5.
No.
My bad.
No. It's been about a year
How
ago.
dare you assume it was 5 years?
And I guess
No, the way they were talking about it made it seem like it was a lot longer than a year.
And then I guess ask Argos, you checked up to the present time whether he came in or out, right? Or did you only check when he went in?
Yep. You make a very good point. Yep, he aims at the wall and starts dialing through time as much as he can to see if whether or not he ever left.
No, you never see Edmund actually leave, and then you just see as you're scrolling past, you end up seeing the corpse collector. You see Agent Death again, and then let's just say you're going back even further because you're still trying to find kids after post-mortem and stuff like that. Actually, what you do see. Let me go ahead and drop these guys here. These walk out.
Without the door ever being opened?
You can't see past the door. Remember this. Even with the illusion of Ring of Memories, you can assume that the wall had disappeared as they walk through. As these paladins...
Isn't it usually a sigil on the outside that does it never change when we opened it previously? Like it doesn't disappear, it just stays exactly where it is as we go through them?
It's because of how the illusion of the Ring of Memories works. It superimposes the images of...
Oh, no, I get that part. I mean, like,
Oh.
other places we've gone to, is the symbol on the surface, or is it, like, ingrained in, like, etched within the wall or something?
It's on the surface of the wall.
And when we've gone through them, does it stay, like, there while we walk through it?
It disappears into, you would guess, probably some sort of
So
other
we can
dimension
still
or
see the
something.
surface of this place, which means we would see when the symbol disappears, when these guys come out, right?
Yes.
Because, yes, you still... So it is being activated. Okay.
Yes, that's the thing. Okay, yes. That's
That's what I was
definitely-
asking.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood your question. But yes, that is exactly what you see. And on one of these paladins, you see on the one up front, it has the ring on it. As these paladins, they're very rugged in form. They're pretty much walking in like not in a human-like manner. As you see them walking back into the cavern, and as far as your ring goes, and then eventually it shows them carrying back equipment, materials from the dead paladins, and then walking back into here.
And they're never attacked by the corpse collector during that time.
The corpse collector does not appear to have been here at this time. This was before it even arrived.
Perhaps we must track down one of these.
I mean, do you see
Spirit
them?
paladins.
Do you just see them disappear and they never come back up till present time or something?
Yes. Actually, they like take maybe like 3 or 4 trips, like back and forth, collecting the equipment of the previous dead paladins. But you notice that this was about, let's just say, the time of Edmund when he finally entered into this area, and then you started noticing when they started going in and out, about 4 months into his being entered in there.
When was the last time they came out?
They have not exited since, as the corpse collector was already here and smashing parts of the cavern.
Well, it looks like they're probably one of those mechanical things inside the paladin armor. And I guess this was the weapon that the sanctuary, whatever, people were using against the previous time this happened. And they're still out and about somewhere, so there must be another exit.
Argos walks over to like There's still equipment on the corpses that were collected, yes?
There are very few equipment, but it's either destroyed or not in use, or like clearly not in use, available for use anymore.
Okay. Yep, he just grabs some scraps and stuff and starts laying them around the front of the door.
Mm-hmm. Like broken pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
Are you also making a message that Miro left?
Nope.
Okay.
Any chance that they'll come out again to retrieve this equipment?
I mean, I assume they must be able to sense when the corpse collector's there, since they stopped coming when the corpse collector came. Maybe we just wait a bit and they come out.
Couldn't hurt.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not there, right? All right. Or have I returned by now?
Oh, you've already returned. You're fast enough.
All right. Age jogs back to the scene. Hey, couldn't you leave one of them alarms? That way we know if somebody passed by.
Sure. I weave an alarm in front of this.
All right. Easily enough. Just place up that text for me once again. Sorry.
That's like your signature spell, my man.
Indeed, I only got 3 signature spells.
A tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. When you cast a spell, you designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. You choose whether the alarm is mental or audible. I'm guessing in this case mental, so you can know you mentally know where it is no matter where you are, right?
Yeah, it's tied to my key charm too. Yep.
Within 1 mile of the warded area. Okay. Are you guys gonna just wait past the time here? Or did you want to like pass the time somewhere else?
I
We
mean,
might want
have
to wait
a
outside.
week.
If we
But
wait
what if
outside,
Agent Death,
then
if Agent
yeah.
comes back, we can just kill him.
And if
I
we
guess
wait
I'll-
outside, the door might, and something does come out, we might miss the opportunity.
It is true. The only thing I'm thinking is like, what if Al tries to contact me while I'm in his cave, you know? Should I be the one to go outside? I could just wait out there.
Oh, you can just check in the morning or whatever after whatever rest we take. Unless he
It's true.
rests the whole time and it's just.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, this is information, but ultimately, I don't think Al can do much of this except, you know, give us some peace of mind eventually. All right, we can rest.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and you're gonna probably take what, a short rest worth here, or are you gonna just literally wait here an undisclosed amount of time?
Long rest. We've already gone through another short rest during the day. Should already be a decent time to long rest.
Oh, you want to long rest here?
Yep. With watches so that if anything comes, we can kill it, including Agent Death. Yay. Also, it's not like the city's any safer. We've been attacked pretty much 75% of the time we've been in the city.
So secure.
Yeah, we're
All
looking-
right.
Looks like we're looking to chill here for a while.
All right, if that's the intention, if there are no complaints, you guys begin your. Well, hold on. Let me see what time of day is it right now, because you guys are still pretty close to midday.
We went to the forest. We did that thing. We waited for them to come.
Yeah,
and
but
then we
you
went
did
all
the
the way back
forest
to the city, and then we took a short rest, and then we came all the way over here, fought this, did a message, and it's still only midday.
I'm just trying to remember how long it's like. It's been around. You guys are around 4 o'clock when you guys entered this mine, is why. So it obviously didn't take you that long because
Wait, then it's way past midday. You just said 4 o'clock.
I think maybe
Uh,
we just have different definitions of midday. Evening might be closer to what I think it is, right?
Yeah, evening. So you guys still have basically, if you wish, to have enough time to make it back to the city if you wanted to, but it sounds like you don't want to right
I mean, the city's a death trap.
now.
It's literally a death trap.
I'm gonna wait outside for a few hours till we get our long rest proper. Y'all tell me if anything pops up. I just want to be waiting out there just in case I get a message back.
Sure.
So until the long rest begins, Ace will take their short rest outside.
All right. Yep. Ace, you get your short rest, and
I'm gonna
If anyone
cast
wants
one
to-
more alarm on the entrance to this area. So just for reference, here's where the alarms are.
Ace, you took your first short rest outside the mine.
Yeah.
Just making some mental notes as to what currently the time is and such. Let me see. So you guys began your short rest here. And I guess it's about 4 o'clock is when you made it back. No. Sorry. 4 o'clock is when you arrived at the mine. And then you started doing your exploration and stuff like that. And this didn't take you very long to explore. I would say about 30 minutes. And if you're beginning
Didn't we also have to dig through the tunnel?
Oh yes, that did happen too. So yeah, it's definitely about 5 or 6 by the time you guys got to this part.
We
Yeah,
spent
so
another
now
hour
it's a
doing
good
some
time.
stuff. Yeah,
And we
like
fought,
7 p.m.
looted, A's went out to do a message, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Alright,
just
yep,
a few
this
hours
is-
off from
yeah.
a long rest.
Yep, you guys are pretty much in a good spot to long rest. I'm just making sure I get the times right. I also want to make sure because let's see, as you guys begin your long rest, A's, you're back here inside of the cave.
Yeah, after if nothing, no message or anything over the last few hours, because they spent like 2 hours outside, and then presumably somebody was like, "Hey, it's sleep time." It's like, all right. Then Ace returns back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, within the 2 hours out there, you do not get any information actually. So you just, I guess, return back to the rest of the party, and everyone begins their long rest proper. And about 6 hours into your long rest, those with perception proficiency can definitely hear this out, basically echoing down the halls of the mine. Lots and lots of footsteps.
Oh, there's some. Hate doesn't have perception proficiency, but presumably, somebody said something.
I think you might not be an ape anymore. We are. Or does it last for 8 hours or 6 hours?
I'm stuck forever. Ooh.
Never leave 8 mode. By the way, I hide.
What do
Just
we need to
lots
hide?
and lots of footsteps.
Just prepare attacks.
Hmm. Yep.
And I was muted again. Cool. Great.
Oh, this entire time?
Argos takes cover among the wreckage of the corpse collector
Yeah,
and prepares a sling attack.
I guess I will attempt to hide. Is there a light source that we need to get rid of, or?
I tell my servant to do a jig right in the middle of the alarm. Go do a jig, little one. See what their response is.
Ace will also hide in the wreckage of the collector.
Hey, I was here first.
It's a good spot. Look at you.
And you kind of just see Argos and A's kind of just kind of slap fighting each other a bit.
I am attempting to hide.
Reckoner and
Yes.
I are just leaning against this wall, resting.
Comes to a mutual agreement and attempts to stealth in the wreckage.
Yeah, just let me room.
I'm hiding
I can't
behind
get
a
under
massive
this.
shoulder plate, and he's hiding behind like a little finger.
Yeah.
Climb and lay on the spikes with the bodies.
All right.
Smells horrid.
You guys hear it off in the distance. Rocks shaking. Rocks being moved around. As the footsteps get louder and louder, and there are still a lot of footsteps.
Again, does anybody have a light source that will give us away, or?
I look at my now glowing steel defender.
I will
I mean-
maybe hide on the other side of the room.
That's why I'm just casually leaning against this wall, seeing what their response is to a dancing stone with legs and arms.
How far can it see?
The servant?
Yes. I believe it had like, what was it?
60
Blind
feet
sight?
of blind sight.
Yeah, there it was. Okay.
I can't see none in here. He doesn't have dark vision.
Off in the distance, you like the footsteps just continue to get gradually louder and louder, and finally in the distance you guys hear this, in probably a very familiar tone. Now who one of you guys broke my pet? That was very rude of you. You know how much trouble I did to get that thing.
Pretend I'm not here.
The tiny servant just continues to dance.
Is it like Fortnite dance?
Absolutely, it's flossing real hard.
I know your guys are there.
It continues to floss.
Maybe we should get the drop on him.
I just whisper like, if he teleports in, he gets a drop on us, but otherwise it goes to the alarm and we know he's there. So.
Does anything else happen?
I'm waiting for it. 1 second. Sorry, I'm moving
2
around.
hours pass. You finish a long rest. Wow,
I'm having to move a bunch of stuff here, guys.
Longer it passes. Oh no. If we really need to, I got one more dimension door left. I can dash one of us out of here.
Yeah, man, just one. What?
Everyone may roll for initiative.
Alright. Let's go. I said, let's go. Okay, alright. The D6, it does nothing.
What were you distracted by?
Oh wait, I don't even get the D6 because I'm extended spell doesn't make it last long enough. 16 hours have passed. Shoot, so it is just 7. Oh, that means my long strider's gone too. I'm a bit slower than usual.
So just to double check, we got a short rest and we were starting a long rest when all this happened, or
you guys were starting. You guys nearly finished, as you guys need the full 8 hours. You only got 6 hours. At around 12 o'clock, that's when normally the attack raids happen. And yes,
Okay.
as you might imagine, they did occur this night.
Told you it was the death trap to go the other way, anyways.
All right, as the fireball starts off the fight, as he just landed at the edge of its range, hitting the small trinket of yours, and anybody who is in range of it. I'll go ahead and roll their initiatives.
Not the boss.
Is nothing sacred?
Losses
Oh.
to its death, worth it. Also, it only had like an hour left of life anyways.
That's fair.
All right, descending. And so, Miro, we begin.
I know what we're up against.
We'll
Oh
just
wait,
keep
I need
it-
to roll Reckoner sheet. Sorry.
While you're doing that, I will just keep it simple. Casting the typical blur on myself. A minute. There we go. And then I order Sid to stand by as the flying 8-ball goes to check out what's down the hall. But it can't see anything, so it just goes here instead. And prepares to shoot something if it comes within range. That's it.
All right.
Hmm,
You guys hear off in the
Yeah.
distance some buzzing sound.
Yeah, you know.
Like
Yeah, you get it. Yeah.
as it seems that there's probably something else among their squad, as that's all you hear, as it does not appear to have gone in any closer. Isrin,
Well, they know we're here, so there's not really much point. So, yeah, let me. Is it a bonus action to activate my flame tongue?
yes.
Yes, okay. Bonus action activated. I will.
Let me go ahead and turn on your light.
And then I'll just wait here. I'll use my action to.
If I recall, it's a 40-40.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
If it's the same as the one in the other game, then it should be.
All right.
40-40, yes.
All right. Do you see stuff? Just move your token a bit.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
And then I'll just stay here, but I will use my action to attack if anything comes within range.
Reckoner's turn, and just like his elder, he's going to go ahead and cast a blur on himself. Oh wait, no, he's actually almost out of spell slots. He can't even do that. Ooh. I guess what he will do is that he's going to join the others over here for now and take a dodge action. Argos.
Okay. In this corner behind this massive shoulder plate, he just strums a little bit, and as he lifts his fingers off his instrument, there seems to be like a mystical veil trailing up from his fingers as he just like drapes around it himself, casting an invisibility.
All right, you now are invisible. Oh, sorry. I imagine you still had more stuff to do, but
Just seeing what else I can do. That's it for now.
A's.
Alright. We gotta find more information about what we're up against. Now I got one more dimension door. So I can't really use it for haste. So I guess all I got is where is it? May as well cast Expeditious Retreat. So I get some extra move speed. Oh wait, that's a bonus action. I should probably instead just quick my heals and get my boot to speed activated instead. Never mind, I'm not wasting my spell slot on that yet. Let's see how much speed I have. I'm probably using action to dash. Oh hey man, I recognize you.
Oh, it's you again.
Hey, how's the kid?
That makes sense. That explains what happened. You had to be the one to break my stuff, huh?
Alright, well, see ya. Oh. A's will tell everybody their approximate position, which is, you can see the ping in just a moment. It's over here. They had about 10 of them, 10 demons. They had 2 rock trolls. Big, bony lich fella was there. And, I saw 2 other big machine things. So, I think we gotta close ourselves off in here. I don't know if we got the power for this. This is a bit much. I don't think combat's gonna work. Let's see, I could cast something as a bonus action. I just have to decide if any of these spells are worth it right now. Oh, it doesn't take concentration, so I guess I'll go with just an after image bonus action. Using some sort points. Because I only got 3 spells left, and one of them I'm saving for Dimension Door, because we gotta get out. Alright, that's it. We need to collapse that tunnel.
Wait, Haru.
I move forward out of my hiding place, and I place a spiked growth near this entrance.
Spike growth. Oh, okay. 20-foot radius centered on a point within range. Alright, that's the 20-foot radius.
Bigger than that.
Slightly larger than that.
Still much bigger.
You see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't resize my circle. Ah! Slightly larger, but I'll just go ahead and place it at my feet.
1 second.
Make sure you stand somewhere you ain't gonna lose concentration on that.
As you stand right there and you cast your spike growth off at a distance. Now! We can't be having that, can we? As you get counterspelled.
Can he see him?
Yes.
I don't think he was in range.
I just checked. He is.
I shillelagh and slowly creep closer to the construct and try to hide. I end my turn.
Well, that's not terrifying.
He can see me.
Yes, he indeed can. All right. As he just points, or you guys can't even see it, as he just shouts, "Ah, just bring me their head, especially the fast one." As everyone hears a cacophony of screams and shouts, as go ahead. There's too many things to move. I'm gonna move them all at once.
Hey, Argos, how many of them shatters you got left?
You'll be happy to hear about that one.
Happy in a good way or happy in a bad way?
Yep. Argos just like grins.
Now we know they got some heavy range on that counter spell, so we gotta make sure that you gotta make sure when you cast it, can't see you.
Oh, he's invisible. They literally can't see him.
And as you
Oh,
guys,
true.
maybe I think a few of you guys can see them now. Israel, you especially can. You recognize to be these are the same undead demon orcs you guys once fought before. And the next group, how far can these guys run? All right. As slamming from behind them, even more monsters. Miro.
Aiming his skill.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Keeping it simple. Let's see, did they ever come within range of this? Probably not.
Oh, I could actually cast Mirror Image. I use my bonus action for my boot.
Lamero just casually stays where he's at as he lobs out acid at, let's just say, these two right here.
The ones up front, okay. And those are dexterity saving throw. Both failing. No, wait, it's only one of them, right? Just the first one?
Do they have advantage?
Yes.
Then just one of them, yep.
Mm-hmm. So this one takes 9 acid damage.
The flying form moves up a little bit to take a shot. I think that's close enough. Nope, one more space. Yeah, there we go. Takes a shot at the same front one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yep. Missing. Flies 15 feet back. And Sid goes up to back up Wiharu. That should be it.
Isran.
Oh boy. So I probably don't want to stay here by myself because that's a good way of getting myself surrounded, alright? Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Sure, why not? I will move here. Bonus action. This thing pops into existence. Is it 10 feet or 15 feet? Let's just do 10 feet. And then action, this one up front. Why not? Not terrible.
All right, so it's a dexterity saving throw on which one? The first one?
Yeah, this one up front in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Dexterity saving throw at advantage. Failing it, taking the 9 radiant damage. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that it for now?
Yeah.
Echo and Sacred Flame?
Mm-hmm. That's bonus action, and I moved, so.
All right. So Reckoner, maybe a little bit timid as the hearing the absolute onslaught and not having any sort of spells on him. Breathes in, steps forward, and takes a dodge action, ready to engage into combat. Argos.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they can't see.
Argos just casually strides out. And let's see.
Watch out, they might be able to see invisible things too.
He will, he'll cast Shatter at level 3. Around this spot.
Alright.
A little more angle towards the ceiling so that he can try to collapse it on top of them as well.
Oh, you're actually trying to, and the intent is to smash the ceiling.
And attack and damage them if at all possible. Like how tall is the?
Well, the ceiling was tall enough to fit the collector, so it was like around 40 feet high if I stated last time
40 feet
correctly.
high. Let me see something real quick.
So it's either you intend to do the damage or do you intend to try to seal yourself off.
5-foot radius sphere. I suppose the intent would be to seal ourselves off while collapsing some of it on top of the front rank.
All right. Yep. So I'm gonna say the two.
If that's the
basic-
case, then I'm gonna change it to level 2 shatter.
I'm gonna say everything in this area right here inside this square area, the intention. So basically, the 2 ones will probably get crushed if that's the assumption you're trying to do here. Correct? The ones up front?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. So I change it to a level 2 shatter, or base shatter rather.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof. You didn't roll very high. What's the shatter say in terms of attacking anything outside of monster creatures?
Let's see.
Just post it up real quick. I know I said something about it. It doesn't state it, huh? Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't really matter if it's just to destroy like inanimate objects and stuff.
We were able to
Yeah.
carve out something earlier too without the shatter. That was much better.
Yeah. All right. So what I'll say is, you land the shatter, and regardless of how much damage you dealt, the cavern starts rumbling a bit as Agent Death just says, "Oh, that's a very familiar situation." As the cave starts rumbling and the cavern basically you basically initiated somewhat of a cave-in in this area right here.
I believe he stopped being invisible too.
Yep.
So
Then,
currently, I would say these two got absolutely floored and crushed between the absolute big hill of rock you've created. And let me see, how much damage would that reasonably take to get crushed by that much rock? You know what? Let's be a little bit fancy here. Roll me 2d10, two 10 d10s.
oh, okay. 2 d10s, you said?
2 10 d10s.
2
Oh,
10. Okay.
One for each.
Oh. Sorry, wrong stuff.
Those aren't D10.
10. Oops. All right, 10 d10s. Got it. I'm not sure why I'm making this so difficult.
As the ceiling of the cavern starts collapsing, you see 2 of them get absolutely floored with the smashing of rock. And now this area, get this. Shape. gets covered by rock. All right, Argos. Is that it for now?
Yeah.
Could you draw where exactly the carved out area from earlier was?
Oh, right. Yes.
Like this.
Because I
area.
noticed that general area because I'm just thinking, all right, if we got him sealed off, maybe we could tunnel our way to the other side.
Let me go ahead and actually draw it for you guys. 1 second. So this is how it looks to you guys. Can you see it?
Nope.
Now?
And we
It's
can
still-
see that we can
it's
see a
still
slight blue
fogged
edge, but
up.
this because there's dynamic lighting block.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and arrange the dynamic lighting to appropriately fit it then. Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy. Maybe shoot. Okay, I see where this may become a problem. You know what? You guys already explored the rest of this cave. Let me go ahead and just. There you go.
All right.
Now, let me go ahead and actually draw it so you can see. Something like that.
Okay.
Thank you, whoever drew that.
I can make that better.
All right, and that was the end of Argos' turn as Agent Death. Whoops. Yeah, Agent Death. You guys can't see him as he just shouts from across it, "Hey, don't let him get away!" There. Wait, no. Wait a second. I have it. Just let them perish like the last one. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. We'll let them perish in there. They'll suffocate. I'll come back for them. A's.
Did we hear him say that?
Yes.
All right. Think that cabin's gonna help. We got some time. We gotta figure out how to get out of here. Do I have anything to hit this wall with?
We always have more shatters.
How many more you got on you?
I've got enough in me for.
I have a.
least-
You see me reach into my bag holding a literal miner's pick.
Give me that.
I have enough in me for at least. And he just whispers under his breath, like as low, it's just just so it doesn't go through the cracks. 5 of them.
Let me see what I can do too. I have my 9 in strength. Does a pickaxe count as a weapon?
I would say an
No.
improvised weapon, but not an actual weapon.
Okay, close enough. Ace transforms the little metal cube inside of her hand into a pickaxe and just tries slamming against the wall here to crack it a bit.
You mean the war pick? Probably more appropriate because it has to be a weapon.
Sure.
Yep. You change the formation of the liquid metal into an actual war pick. Go ahead and make me 3 attacks.
Yeah.
So I would say the quarter is basically how much you can do in terms of feet. So let me see, just add all that up together. It's 6 plus 7 plus 10 plus 10. Quarter of that is how much feet
Like
you
8.
dig. I don't know how much you in which direction you want to do.
Going just straight down.
Mm-hmm.
Or right there.
Yeah.
They're going to back up. better hurry because we don't know if they can shatter through over to here also.
Wait, Haru.
The
They did say
cave
they
in
had
is
this-
already over there. They can't come in, right?
It doesn't seem like at this time that they're attempting to. This entire area seems to be sealed off.
Yeah, they did say they'd let us suffocate in here.
I will cast divination, and I call upon my god. What is Agent Death doing right now?
You're a magic and an offering. What are you offering here?
Let's see what I have in my bag. A bar of soap. I'm just kidding.
Oh, what?
A bar of soap.
Oh,
Maybe it's gold flake soap.
Huh. I offer up my holy symbol that I have in my bag.
It consumes it, so you probably shouldn't.
Oh, that's
Unless
okay.
unless it's a random holy symbol.
It's a random holy symbol. I have my druidic focus that I
Oh.
need.
Nice.
So I offer up my holy symbol.
Oh no, okay. The reply might be a short phrase or a cryptic rhyme or an omen. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of this spell. Okay, so that's not the question you're asking. You're asking for his location, correct? Or what he's doing at this time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is
25%
good. It's
chance.
it's the next one that is the next one that starts building up that 25% chance.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So seeing as this is your first divination, this is the response you get. He is leaving the mine.
Huh.
We could let things quiet down a bit before we dig through.
We could just wait 2 hours, finish our long rest, and then leave. Because if we dig out now, we might just run into them going out.
Argos nods in agreement.
that's. I think we're pretty close to reaching the next area too. So we have one shatter escape route just in case they do anything too funky in the meantime.
I shall move towards the sigil. And I end my turn. Damn it, cryptic messages.
All right. You guys hear the footsteps from outside the thing, or at least those of you that are perceptive enough to hear it. The cacophony of footsteps. The roars have stopped. It doesn't seem like they're in any particular rush, though, as they are slowly making their way out. I'm going to go ahead and say right now, combat is currently over, and you guys can do what you want. That's a tentative right now, so.
Alright. Huh. That was a bit of a nasty situation.
Well,
Argos,
if we're gonna wait 2 hours, I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night.
Argos, you should make sure to sleep near here just in case you got a boat to pull.
Yep, Argos just kind of like crawls over.
He's also
Also-
getting her long rest gear, sleeping bag, and get ready to sleep the rest of the 2 hours too. Although they are a bit nervous.
Yeah, some foreboding, but I think I'll just try finishing my long rest as well. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Anything happen, DM?
As the time is passing, within the first 30 minutes, you guys start to notice something. You guys are starting to have trouble to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is what happens when you can't apply real world physics to a magical world. Okay.
Man, anybody else getting a bit winded? It's like I took a run already.
Let's see.
Well, maybe 30 minutes was enough. Shall we just shatter our way out then? Or do you think digging will be fast enough?
Let's do stealth. Okay, I can probably swing.
I hand the miner's pickaxe to Reckoner.
Yep. Reckoner starts swinging.
Ladies will join them with their own war pick. Ding, 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 ding.
Yep, you guys are starting to make steady progress with the picks. You probably in a reasonable amount of time, you guys managed to basically get to the other side. I would say feeling very, very winded from the lack of oxygen.
Well,
But I guess right before you make it to the other side. So like you're like maybe like a couple of more whacks to actually finish to completion. Those with perception proficiency, you can still hear footsteps. Maybe loud moaning sounds on the other side of the wall.
oh, and we just can't.
Cool.
Whatever. Let's
Hmm.
just fight them.
Can we hear which
Wait.
direction they're coming from?
It just sounds like it's just generally everywhere.
I
Prior
do love
to us
that
exiting.
Edmund is just gonna leave more people to die from suffocation, even though he definitely heard the freaking place collapsing again. But all right.
Let me expend a spell slot and pass without trace on myself. Slamming pickaxes into the wall, but hey.
I
Silence
just
without
cast
trace
silence
can be
around the
cast.
Yeah, we
lot
got
of
silence.
us.
You can pass without trace can definitely affect everyone in your party.
Mm-hmm.
So you can basically silence the pickaxes as you're whacking and closer.
Alright, I will take back my silence then.
Okay.
Yeah, because pass without trace actually silences everything, including them. So
I
Where did
fart
we go?
quietly.
Oh, veil silence. Well, the silence from pass without trace isn't silence. Essentially, waiver text for the plus 10 just check.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whereas silence actually gets rid of all noise.
oh, okay. So one is to help you guys with the dexterity stealth checks, and the other
Mhm.
is for the
The other actually nullifies sound.
yeah.
So do you guys want my silence or should I? Whatever, I'm casting silence.
How about the
Centered
pass
around
without
myself.
trace and the silence?
Yeah.
Alright, for very stealthy, hopefully. He's ready to use their pick axe or pick. First path forward.
All right, you make one pick and you like create like the tiniest of holes. Roll me a stealth check. At
With that
plus 10.
10.
Yeah, with the plus 10.
28.
All right, I don't even think they can actually see this. As on the other side of the wall, and your teeniest hole, maybe for just your oxygen, this is what you see.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Well, we have oxygen. We can just. Oh wait, we can't hear each other. I mime that we can breathe now, and say we should, and like gesture that we should just go back to sleep.
Is there enough air passing through this hole?
I'll say that yes. Air is kind of like that thing where it like automatically just fills the volume of air. So yeah, maybe in the passage of time, just even the trinkliest of air was enough to basically supply you guys with enough, at least from the outside world.
He says once they're finally outside, which nobody else can hear because there's that silence. Spells feel my mojo. It's returning.
All right, as you guys now once again resume your long rest. And nothing of the sort happens within that time period of your long rest. You guys finally finish your long rest. And it is... it's around 2 in the morning, huh? It's a bit weird how that works, isn't it? But yeah. You guys successfully finished your long rest. Currently now in the heat of the night. Still in the night, by the way. What do you guys do?
Yep. Argos
Right.
comes up to check to see if they're still there.
You approach the thing, and at this time, you do not see anything there.
And then he even like tries to listen.
Yep, you've heard pretty much the full passage of the cave before. You definitely are quite certain that at least the majority of the cave, there's nothing here.
Yep, Argos just like, we probably get that now.
Hey, give me
Oh.
a second.
I mean, I guess we should go.
And don't forget to bring a portion of that thing over there. He points at the scrap heap that is the corpse collector.
Oh, when I exited outside, right? Presumably I didn't turn off my disc.
Okay.
So it's just in a heap out there.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
They might still be out there, but I think we're well rested enough. We could easily take them on in a pinch.
I'm gonna stealth just in case, so I'll be a little slower than the rest of you.
We got another one of the pass without traces. That'd be kind of convenient. Then if if all preparation is done, then Ace will go ahead and break open the last bit of wall here.
Yep, you break open the last bit of wall there. And even with the pass without trace, or sorry, your silence or whatever, nothing seems to happen. You definitely create the opening, and maybe you pickaxe your way out to freedom.
This stuff Argos just has his sling ready.
Anybody else feeling like there's like a trap or a booby trap up there?
Wouldn't be
I
too
mean,
surprised.
did you just want Sid to go ahead of us?
Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. Keeps it up for. Sid is the
Forgot
other
which
way.
direction it was. I'll keep him like 60 feet ahead of me. Keep getting off center for some reason. That's weird.
Argos, once you get there and you can fully see the outside world. Hold on, move Sid back.
You mean the outside cave? Because it's another cave.
Yeah, outside cave. Yeah, outside of the cave. Argos, off in the distance, they don't appear to be paying attention, but there still looks to be a ton, and probably maybe even more than that small little battalion that Agent Death took inside of the cavern.
Seems to have anticipated we'd make it out.
This is the first time we've seen them in. I guess it's still nighttime.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we are much more powerful now. Or A's can just dimension door, tell them that we actually have a whole bunch of enemies here, and just bring the army down on them. It is only an hour from the city, after all.
How many are there? 'Cause, yeah, I think we could just wipe them out ourselves, honestly.
Yep. Argos just raised an eye. Ooh, that is a great suggestion.
Which one
How
was the
far- how-
suggestion?
Have A's dimension door get word out that we require I guess that there's a large force in the mines.
How large is the force that we see, though?
Well, from the ground level, you just see more of the same demon orcs that you saw before, but actually you see a lot more of them. Agent Death does not appear to be present though.
Well, Ace, did you want to send out the message and then just wait for them to assault it? I mean, we found traces of his kid. He's probably got his rest in, and he's already
Argos.
been gathering paladins, so we may as well just take care of a bunch of them here.
He is gathering paladins, but you are aware he said he'll take a week to get them.
Yeah, I know, but there's still other people in the city
Oh yeah, that's
and other adventurers.
So
hold on. This is happening. You're quite aware that this is happening during one of the night attacks. This is, in fact, one of the night attacks that is happening. You think that the city itself is also being attacked.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of circumstances I think are going to make it difficult for us to call for reinforcements.
I'll
think
go
they're a
ahead
bunch
and
of
show
chumps.
you exactly what Argos can see. But right now, this is right now what's there.
What your elf I see? I'm no elf.
Oh, what? When I deleted myself, I removed my own. There we go. Now I can see. Yeah, these
Or we
fellas are
can just-
chumps.
These guys are chumps, and we're in a narrow tunnel. We can just block them off here, and they can never get past 2 people. Literally, the cave is not even big enough for that guy to fly above him. Or I guess it is, but there's only
Alright.
one of them.
Well, should I grab their attention then?
Do we want to fight them in the cave or just fight them out there? Like at the
Stay in the
entrance.
cave with the choke point. These guys don't have ranged attacks. They have to come towards us.
All right, I dig it.
Alright,
And in the
so-
meantime, just in case that Agent Death is here, I'm just gonna... Good thing I prepared this when I woke up, and I just cast See Invisibility on... I think it has to be myself. Let me see. It is self, yes. I cast See Invisibility on myself. Alright, and we're just gonna line up, and who wants to take the front?
Argus looks at the part druid, part gorilla. He's transformed into a gorilla so many times that he can actually see some of the gorilla hairs remaining.
I give it a thumbs up.
Reckoner, you probably have blur now, right? And also, if you want to use your lightning, you need to be at the front anyways. So cast blur on yourself, I'll cast blur too, and then whoever has a range attack can go ahead and shoot them and draw them in.
All right, I'll conserve my spells just in case we need it for later. Then I mean, wouldn't bother casting haste.
Okay, so I'm gonna be basically moving around from 2 maps, but here's how we're gonna do this then. So I'm gonna drop you off, guys, back at the mine. Situate yourself how you want at the entrance.
I think right here would be ideal, right?
Where's Reckoner? Get his ass up there.
I think I left them back there. I'll move them.
Okay, so let's get ready to check out some range cantrips.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put you back out here. So I think you guys situate yourself appropriately, right?
Mhm.
Now, effectively, Argos, you think you can still see, you could probably see them outside thanks to the night sky, you know, the stars and something like that.
And my
Basically,
experience in the depths of the ocean.
yeah.
All right. Argos thinks about a way to make this somewhat entertaining for himself. As before he goes out, he casts Fog Cloud. Using, you just see him just like he doesn't use his instrument. You just see him kind of like
Just a quick reminder, you're quite aware that if you're intending to cast a spell immediately at casting Fog Cloud, you're going to realize that they're going to notice the Fog Cloud before you, and probably the initiative will start then. So is that the first move you want to do?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Anyone else want to do any sort of action? Reckoner's probably going to go ahead and cast his blur before combat officially starts.
Let me go ahead and place a spike growth at the entrance.
If I activate Flame Tongue, would that also get their attention?
That it'll definitely get their attention.
Right. Okay.
I
wait,
will
wait, wait.
not do that then.
Hold up.
I
Alright.
mean,
we
once
just do it
the
at the same time.
yeah, the thing is that the fog cloud is going out immediate as Argos' first move. So you can make spike growth your first move, and you can make your igniting your flame blade your first move.
Okay, that works.
Let's see. Yep. Fog Cloud is going to be like emanating from over here, I guess.
Oh, well, hold on. I told you to locate yourself here on the map, right? So where would you want the fog cloud here?
I guess like right here.
Okay. If you can go ahead and just place the circle for me, the 20-foot radius. Is the spike growth going in the same place as the fog cloud?
Like right here at the entrance?
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll be pulling them in, I assume.
All right. So I guess just have it that circle radius for both of them. A's, you going to do anything else?
No, they're just gonna get ready to cast a bunch of range cantrips because they're not wasting spell slots if these fellas are actually just chumps. Especially with all this other prep. It's a fireball. Centered on us. There we go.
You should put it away, one square away, so that we can see them when we fight them.
The fog cloud?
Yeah. And the spike growth.
All right. You guys. Something like that.
Something like exactly where the red thing is already.
Oh.
It's a radius, not a square.
Oh, I mean, I'm not the one making these things. So I don't know where you guys want it. You guys place it however you want.
I did a square because it's easier to place that than the circle.
I mean, it's effectively the same, so it's just a hallway
Yeah.
anyways.
It's big enough.
I think that's about right.
Yeah, we just technically go like one square further beyond the map because it's
Yeah.
20-foot radius.
Uh-oh, I dropped it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and then one more square out. 8 squares worth of spike growth and fog. Wham.
There we go. Kind of, just enough so that like floats outside.
All right. Everyone finally finished their prep for this battle. If no one has any other qualms, everyone may roll initiative.
This time I do get my D6 bonus. There we go. That's more like it.
My bad. It didn't go
Oh.
through the first time.
I know what happened.
Are you trying to add them to the initiative?
Yeah, I missed the first one. I actually didn't select their token by mistake. So I'm adding them right now.
I guess it's just because they aren't in this map, but we don't see them on the turn order.
That is correct. You see them on the turn order, but they're not on the map, I think.
No, we don't see them on turn order either.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Turn order is
Oh.
based per map.
Oh, okay. I see them on my turn order is why. It's okay. As long as I see them, they will be on this map shortly.
Eh, eh.
Alrighty then. Let me go ahead and set this thing to correct order. Argos, you casted your fog cloud immediately out the gate. You cannot see anything. Now there's also a spike growth probably situated into that fog cloud. What are you doing?
Argos like kind of just like shouts out like a dummy. Looks like we get out of these caves scot-free. And he's trying to listens to hear listens to this. He listens for any reactions from outside.
I mean, you definitely hear the cacophony of roars.
Yep, they got the message. Does that take an action or?
I don't think that was an ability check, so no, I didn't.
All right. Well, he'll just prepare a sling attack for now.
Okay. Isrin.
Did you meet your surface? Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming I can't see them through the fog cloud?
You cannot see them through the fog cloud.
Okay, okay. You know what? Why not? Come on!
Easy. Easy. Spiritual weapon of your life.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Yeah. Because I don't actually know where any of them are or see them, and I just was going
I mean,
to
we know
send
their-
that out so I
We
could
know their
click it.
positions, right?
You know their positioning, but I think you actually have to see them for spiritual weapon.
I don't think spiritual weapons specifies you have to see them.
Can you push the detect?
You can make a melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Yeah, it would just be a disadvantage because.
I mean, they rolled double crit.
Yeah.
Range is 60 feet.
Range of 60 feet. Are you within 60 feet of them? Let me even see that first place. From the entrance of the mine. No.
I didn't think so. Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
You have one double crit to 1 in 400.
Well, yeah, I just wanted that out so I could place it. And there we are. How do I place things? Can I place things?
I don't think he's made a token for you, so maybe you can just
yeah.
use your clone again and give it like a symbol.
Or
Alright.
just draw it. Yeah, you clone or draw it. I don't know. It doesn't
Clone is
matter.
easier to move than a drawing, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. And holy weapon, right? Let's do that one.
Just remember, that's not your echo. But yes.
It's gonna get confusing, but yeah. And actual action is just to attack anything that comes within range. I'll just why not? Move this up here. Attack with my spiritual weapon if it comes within range. Sorry,
Can,
apparently I can't talk today.
can you use your reaction to make a bonus action to attack?
I think she meant himself. Isrin.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're going to attack with your flame tongue, correct?
I did mean holy weapon, but you make a good point, so I'll just use my action to attack with my flame tongue.
Okay. I figured something was a little bit odd there.
I don't know what the semantics are for that one.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me see. Off in the distance, even from behind you guys, Isrin and Argos, you guys definitely hear it. The sound of this familiar buzzing flying as though it were coming from this tunnel and this tunnel.
Ah, shoot.
Could just shadow those 2 areas, Argos. We don't need them.
I got you.
All right, as it is now their turn, and let's see what they're going to do. Sorry, I'm having to control them from a different room, but don't worry, I'm keeping their numbers in track here. This one runs 5 feet into your thing. This one didn't make it. This one runs over here. This one runs here. 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 And here. How much does spike growth do, Charlie?
1 second, let me pull it up. It is 2d4 for every 5 feet they travel.
All right, so roll me 1 2d4, as only one of them has stepped a single foot inside of it. So that one takes. Is there any save to it, or is it just damage?
They just take
It
damage.
is they have to make a wisdom save against my spell save DC.
Oh, okay.
No,
Wait,
that's
roll-
to
no, yeah.
recognize the terrain.
That's
they can't see
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just damage. It's pure damage.
All right, and what type is it?
Piercing.
Piercing.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter.
It's like
magical
magical
anyway.
piercing.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because it's magical. All right. So 6 damage this one takes. And that's it for their turns right now. A's.
All right. They're going to check out what's going on over here. We got one bug fellow over here. They'll use an action to dash. And we got only one bug fellow over here. And I return back. So it's 1 and 1 on each side.
Ah, dang it. Hold on. I messed up. Well, actually, now that I finally have one on the official map, let me go ahead and re-roll this initiative. So that you guys can officially see it. It was not that fast. Hold on. Sorry,
If it
guys.
made it to there, by the way, in case it is actually there, or if it's 1 speed off, it would have taken another bit of damage.
Oh, how much?
If it moved 20 feet or moved 10 feet into the thing, it would have taken 2d4 more damage.
Oh, okay. Yep. So one more. Roll me one more. Charlie?
It's all difficult terrain, and it all does 2d4 damage. Delicious.
And I'm gonna ping y'all where I saw the bug fellas. So there's one over here
Mhm.
on the left side. I'll give it 3 pings. And then there's one over on the right side. Another 3 pings. So that's what we're dealing with over on each side. I use user action to dash. I don't know if it's worth doing anything else yet. Probably just chill. So, mirrors up.
Okay.
It is indeed your turn, Vimiro.
Both myself and the flying 8-ball go 15 feet and take 2 shots at this thing. So 1 acid splash. Actually, I don't think the flying 8-ball can move far enough. Nope. So never mind. This thing will stay over here. And
It passes.
will stay within 30 feet. And will attack anything that comes within 30 feet. As Mira just moves back casually. And Sid will stay where it's at. Okay, that's it.
Viharu.
I maintain concentration on spike growth, and I prepare a poison spray for the first person I see. that
You
comes
cannot prepare a poison spray because holding an action
Okay.
is concentration.
Oh, okay. I just wait.
Wait, holding your action's
Holding
concentration.
a spell is concentration. Even if it's cantrip.
Huh, interesting. I was not aware of that. Well,
I hold position.
you know, you can still take
you
other
can hold a melee attack if you like, or
melee attack, dodge action. Though
hold
I
a,
don't think
hold a
you-
transformation. It's you just can't hold a spell if you want to hold on to spike growth.
Is that for certain what you want to do, Charlie?
Yes, I cannot actually see that far in here. I'm, I'm practically blind in the cave. So you don't wait in my position.
If you don't want to take an action, you could just dodge them or something.
Oh, you're
No,
right.
I-
It does take concentration to ready a spell. Interesting.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Good to know, because I didn't know it either. Ha! I'm not a spellcaster though. Anyway,
Maybe just default dodge then.
Default dodge it is.
all right, default
Yeah.
dodge it is. All right, and then the next one.
All right.
Hold on, sorry. They're on my turn order. Sorry, Shem.
Huh?
Yep,
Oh,
they're
yep.
on my turn order.
Yeah, there's still one more enemy type.
So this one goes here, and then here. So that one actually okay. And these guys can go here, here, here. Right, so this one actually made it here. So let me go ahead and now get one proper into map. I think I'm just gonna roll the initiative so you guys can see it now. I'll change it to what it actually was. Give me 1 second. So this one's now gone. All right. Now Argos, it is now your turn.
Yep. He strolls up over into this direction. He obviously does see this.
Yes,
and
he does.
Hmm. Yep, and he shatters the ceiling over this over this guy over here.
Yep, causing more cave-ins. I see. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, you don't even have to. If you're not targeting it, but the ceiling itself, then that's fine. Roll me the 10d10, and let me roll something.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, as you create that massive shatter, it creates it in this location. Drawing tool. Sealing off that area and dealing 67 bludgeoning damage. Let me just check one thing real quick. All right.
Let's see. And yep, he makes a step back. Not sure that did the trick, but it's done.
I minimized my turn order by mistake. Alrighty. Is that it for you now?
Yep.
Alright. Izrin.
What's the range on this again? Oops. That is not supposed to be at advantage. Also, I can only move within up to 20 feet, so it can't even hit anyways. But I will move it upwards.
Which one is which? The spike growth is the blue one and the fog cloud's this?
No, it's the other way
Fog
around.
clouds are blue.
Oh, okay.
So anything, so they
wait.
can see anything beyond this.
Then wait. Why did this one take an additional 2d6 if it
Because
just
it's
barely
walk-
enter?
Because there's another square that's supposed to be in beyond the map,
Mhm.
which means I have to go through 2 squares of spike growth to get to where it is now.
It's a bit weird to think of it like that, but okay.
Nope, that is literally exactly how it works. It is 8 squares worth of spike growth.
Wouldn't it be like this then?
No. What? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means there's 1 square off the map.
Okay. I'm a little bit lost here, but I'll take your word for it then. All right.
What are you lost by? I mean, I can just explain it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means it went through the 8th square and entered the 7th square. Every square enters, it takes 2d4 damage.
Yes. So it only entered into 1 square.
Nope, there's a map. You said it's on the map already. Which means it has to
Outside
go
of the
through
map. It,
Yeah,
it
there's
walked in
there's
from
an 8th
outside of the
square
map.
off the map. So it means it walked 10 feet into it, which means that's 44 damage. If I entered 1,
All right, basically
that's 2d4.
pretend.
Yeah.
If I entered here, that's another 2d4. That's where he is
Essentially-
on the other side.
Essentially, pretend there's a +1 spot just beyond. That's basically it.
So,
Because it's.
so that means that this
squares
top
worth.
row doesn't exist because if there's an actual spot here, this top one doesn't exist. Because that's
It's
7.
20 feet. No, it's 1 row. It's 5 feet, right? 5 feet. 5 feet. 10 feet. 15 feet. 20 feet. The radius is this point here. Another 25 feet. 30 feet. 30 feet. 35 feet. That means the one below that is 40 feet. I don't understand why you're so confused, but it's literally just the area. It's 8 squares long.
Okay.
Since we only see 7, the 8th square is just outside the map. This one.
I think we'll worry about this sometime later. Let's just finish this.
No,
up.
there's literally nothing to worry about. That's literally just how it works. Like I'm saying, if he's here, but on the other side, because this square is not accurate because you can't put it outside the map. That's what I'm saying. Like the template is not accurate. This template here is not accurate because you can't put it outside the map. Like
Let me
if he
I'm
actually
just doing
did
this
it properly.
for clarity. I'm just doing this for clarity. There we go. How's that?
Yeah, that's for your own clarity. You sort of confused
Yes,
by
for
it.
my own clarity because it's confusing me.
Yep. There you go.
Alrighty, out of the way. Let's continue. Isrin. Oh, yeah, you already finished your turn, correct?
No, because you interrupted the middle of my turn with your
I
clarification.
apologize. I was a bit lost here. Either way, yes.
Doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna stay where I am, hold my action to attack if they get within range, and move my spiritual weapon up. Actually, I'm gonna pull it back a little. I'll leave it right there.
All right.
So, yeah.
Argos, is that tunnel completely sealed off on your side?
Definitely looks like it. All right. Now their turn. As this one flies here and then flies to the roof of this area. It is now directly above you guys and making the buzzing sound.
Okay, it takes a shot before it gets there. It won't
Yep.
do very much. Go.
Easily connecting for 9 force damage.
Crit.
All right. And what's happening on these guys' turns as this one will boldly run through to get to here. That is a total of, that's he already taken 2.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65 movement.
Yes.
And he takes another 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 d4 damage.
Yep. Roll it. Mm-hmm.
25.
All right, so that one got up there. Let me continue the rest of their movements. How many are in each of these spots? All right, I see how we're doing this then. And then some more movements happening here. All right, so this is Bigot here. And these guys get here. From the sounds of it, Argos and Isrin, you can definitely hear lots of footsteps coming from the right side, and you still hear the buzzing from the behind it, but you also hear that there are more footsteps coming through there, as 2 more start trampling their way through here. Roll me the full damage of the spike growth as they just ram right through it.
All right, hang on. That's 8 spaces, right? So that's
16 d4.
1.
It might be easier
So that
to
was-
actually roll
Yeah,
16
ju-
d4
ju-
instead of making it confusing.
Hang on.
Together.
Where's the option to do?
Just slash roll. So like, I'm gonna put dots in front of it. So don't ignore the dots.
Easy.
So that's 1, and there's a second one, right?
Yes. All right. The damage is finally now taken care of. Isrin, you get swung upon by 2 attacks.
Do I get my reaction first?
Yes, you do. Go ahead. You definitely
Okay.
did prep a reaction.
So that would be. I don't remember. Is it 1 attack or 2 against the one in front of me?
It's always one.
1.
1.
That definitely does hit. 4, 15, no, 16
Mm-hmm.
slashing, piercing fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and here they come. These will be directed at you, Isrin.
Uh.
16 and 25.
Ouch. The 25 hits for sure, so that's 9 points.
How much movement does your version of Tanarox have?
35.
How could they have gone through that and still have an action left?
Oh, wait. Okay. Wait. Difficult terrain, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, then they definitely do not have it. Wait,
Unless you want them to dash through it.
it's because they get they bonus act. They get a bonus action dash. Is
The
why.
bonus action and action dash.
Okay, yeah, no. So they did. Total movement. Okay, no. So one of them doesn't have it. This one made it into range because it has a bonus action dash. This one did not. So yeah, either way, only 1 pair of attacks happened. Ace.
You said that we're hearing more sounds over here.
Yes.
All right. A's will
Oh,
attempt to
hold on,
grapple.
wait. You started your turn right there, right?
Yeah.
Roll me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Easy.
Yep, you easily passed.
A's
range
will
of
try to
that
grapple
ability?
this thing.
It's in the air on the ceiling.
Oh, what's
Oh,
range
it's
of
on
the
the
ability?
ceiling.
Yep.
On the ceiling, huh?
What's the range of that ability?
30 feet. It's
Isn't
a
the ceiling
large
40 feet?
creature. Yeah, ceiling's 40
Oh,
feet.
so it's literally barely touching the top of A's.
Yes.
Hey man, what you doing? Let's see. I can't easily get up there then. It's up there on the ceiling. We haven't even wounded it yet. Dang
It
it.
is
I thought it was right next to me. That kind of
It's
ruined
wounded,
my...
but only
It's a-
slightly.
Yep. It's definitely been wounded at least a little.
Probably just try hitting with a ray of slow.
All right. Wait. No, that does not hit.
Alright. Shoot. He's gonna scout out over here to see. Oh, there's 4 more than fellas over here, y'all. Just 4 though, that ain't too bad.
Argos can just crush that side too then.
You think we should though?
Why do we need any of the sides? We can just dig through if we need to come back.
I suppose that's true. I just don't want this place to collapse or something.
I mean, who cares? The kid's probably dead if he doesn't come out anyways.
When we come back, we'll be with I imagine when we come back, it'll be we'll clear them out anyway. We're just trying to get out.
Alright, that's all A's can do with a cantrip and a little bit of scouting. I don't know if it's only 4.
Alrighty.
I mean, why deal with it at all?
Nero.
Yep.
I think you're just out of range for the sound drone. So go ahead.
Keeping it simple. Acid splashing. These 2 guys in the front.
All right. And they both best make the dexterity saving throws.
You never rolled for Reckoner, by the way.
Did I really? Okay.
He's never taken either of the 2 turns that he had. Or
Where
perhaps
is-
just one turn.
You're right. Let me see. Where the heck is? Oh, he's here. And I know I thought I did roll his sheet's right here. I don't understand. So I'm gonna go ahead and take his action now, and I'm just going to go ahead and swing at this Tanaruk in front of me both times. Let's go. 1, 2. Definitely connecting for this Tanaruk for 7 damage. And that one has to make a disadvantage on the saving throw, which you want him before or after you?
I
Or do
mean,
you
this
care?
was the turn. This was the previous
Yeah,
turn, right?
yeah. So,
What is it?
oh, I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, that means that he'd be before me, since that's his previous turn.
I'll just put him at 10. Oh, perfect. It sorted it just perfectly. Yep, so one of them has to make it a normal.
Current turn or his last turn?
This was his last turn.
Okay, which means the Sid would have taken his reaction attack.
Yeah, go ahead. Easily connecting. For 6 force damage.
Okay, so now is that resolved now?
Yes, I believe so.
Alright, and then Sid will attack the same one again on his actual turn.
Mm-hmm. Easily connecting.
And the flying 8-ball will just continue to pelt at this flying creature. Failed though.
Yep, does not connect.
That is it.
Now Reckoner takes it officially his turn again. It's a bit weird. As he will swing down upon this Tanaruk in front of him. Both connect. Ooh, so for some nice damage too, actually. And they're also making a disadvantage on their next saving throw.
That means my Steel Defender takes its other reaction and attacks again.
That does connect.
There we go. Now it's out of reactions.
Mm-hmm. And he's just going to continue to hold the line. Wiharu.
I will. Shillelagh does not require concentration. And I will club the large bug next to me.
It's in the ceiling.
Oh, okay. It's very far. Okay, the Tanaruk to my bottom right, the nearest.
Oh, I just realized the Tanaruks still have this, and this one is. So this will be at Reckoner as it just attacked him. At advantage. I totally forgot about that. As it swings into him for 10 slashing damage.
It would be a normal, but it would still hit anyways.
Yes.
And then Reckoner needs to make a Constitution save.
Yeah, I was looking for his sheet. Maintaining. All right, Wiharu, go ahead.
Oh, I will apply that Shillelagh and club the Tanaruk to the bottom right.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Was
do I need to roll
15 a
it?
hit?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
15? Let's see. 15 is indeed a hit. For 8 bludgeoning damage. As it will swing back at you. $26 does connect for 14 slashing damage. Roll to maintain concentration of your
Would it be 18 because he has the armor?
You are correct.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, that still hits him.
Hold up. Where's concentration?
Constitution save.
Hold on. Where's the concentration? God damn it.
Constitution.
Wait, it's Constitution save.
Constitution. Okay.
Yeah, Constitution save. Maintaining.
What is he concentrating? Oh, his spike growth, yes. It's like Shillelagh.
I end my turn.
So Connie.
All right. As the turn order begins here, this one's going to go here. Nothing happens there. As Ah, so that's where I decided to place it. This one now officially enters the map and goes here. All right. Next one on the turn order, Argos. Now on the top of the turn,
Okay. Let's see. Yep, Argos. We cannot manage more at this time. I'm sure we'll be able to make our way back in.
oh, I just
I
realized,
don't-
Miharu, you need to make me one Constitution saving throw. I'm sorry, guys. I keep missing these orders.
Oh, whoops.
You fall unconscious.
I'll just use Mind Sharpener. I mean, not Mind Sharpener. What is it? Fog. Flash
Alright.
of Genius on him.
Flash of Genius. Yep. You keep them awake. Sorry. Yes. Go ahead.
+5 and definitely passes that.
I just don't want to cause a cave in is all. That'd be really, really obnoxious to have to deal with.
Well, they're being obnoxious in turn. Let's see. Yep, he just goes ahead and shatters this passageway as well. The roof
All
of
right.
it.
The passage has been shattered.
No way else but forward.
Just making sure I do this correctly. Which can you just ping the location again? Sorry. So right around, boom.
And Argos just stands next. Actually, can't move any further than that. He will grant Isrin a bardic inspiration.
Cool. What am I supposed to do with this?
Anything. It's a D8.
Hmm.
Was that the end of your turn?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, Isrin.
I would assume Isran also has to do the con save at the beginning.
Yep, you too. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. Passing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bonus action, move this forward. Still attacking the one right in front of me. First attack, second attack, spiritual weapon.
The second flame tongue hits.
15 points.
Indeed.
And yeah, I can't really move anywhere, so that's my turn.
All right. It's now these guys' turn. It's going to fly over here. As these people were unseriously affected by him. And go down just a little on the wall. Just enough to get into range of A's. And proboscis him.
Come on, buddy. Let's go.
$15 does connect, but you use your shield. All right, and it'll just stay in that area.
Those within melee range now?
Yes, it is now within melee range.
Sweet.
There's 1-3 opportunity attacks.
All right, the Tanaruks are once again engaging on their turn. There will be 2 swings at you, Isrin.
Mhm.
The 22 bite hits you. Spiritual weapon. That one is not a concentration, correct?
Nope.
All right. And then 2 more swings go out at Reckoner. Disadvantage, disadvantage. Both missing. All right, A's, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I gotta keep my focus. Ace reaches out to grapple this thing.
All right, and it has to contest with a athletics, which it does not have any means of escaping.
Let's go. Drag it a bit further away from everyone. You see, I think that's. I need to get it further if I want it to not be able to affect them. It's not perfect, but at least they can't fly back up. Okay. I guess wall's inside my grasp. These bonus actions aren't worth it. I guess just right now, just maintaining this grapple will be good enough.
All right,
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, give me. I just thought of an idea.
all right.
Hold on. Let me see. Oh, that cave-in is over there, right? Okay. Actually, in that case. Yeah, actually, I got a better idea then. Expeditious retreat. Be able to dash as a bonus action, and so while grappling it, I'm dragging it off over to here instead. Let's see, is that almost out of range? Almost. Yeah. Over to here. Is that out of range of everybody, or does it have to be even further?
It's within range of Charlie, Isrin. Yeah, just Charlie and Isrin.
I'm gonna hold the bug away for y'all.
Oh, sorry. We Haru and Isrin. Yep. Now it's clear away from everyone.
And with the rest of my movement, just get over to the other side here.
You don't have any way to avoid opportunity attacks, correct? Or no, you're on this side, correct? You're not
Yeah, I just moved from one side to the other, basically.
Okay, yeah.
Do I want to be here? No, I'll just be here. Just Ace is just pinning it down, right? Holding on to its leg,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Miro.
Did you want help killing it, A's, or shall we just focus on the front?
If you got some time to spare, sure. Figure it out which one seems more pertinent. But this thing ain't a threat unless I fall asleep.
Can't quite move close enough to it anyways. Help you out next turn, as I turn back to the front and acid splash the 2 in front.
Right. Dix. Both passing.
And then Sid will attack the same one there. Actually, one of them has disadvantage, right?
Yes. Oh wait, yeah. So this one actually does get hit by it, for 7 acid damage. Yes.
And then Sid will attack. Failing though. Flying 8-ball will get within range of this. And make a shot at it. Also failing. That is it for me.
Mm-hmm. Reckoner's turn. He's just gonna this one actually looks to be on pretty close to the end, as he's gonna try swinging at it.
Ignore that. That wasn't
Whoa.
supposed to happen.
Whoa.
That's a little
Alright,
overkill.
let's see. Swing.
I meant to click to check the readout.
That would fell it. Let's see. The overkill is 6 damage. No, wait, no, it doesn't. It's not overkill. That's not the thing. It's Let's see. Okay, so the DC is how much damage it took, which is 11 damage. Maintaining. As once again, Reckoner swings at it to try bringing it down. Unfortunately, missing as the Tanaruk makes one swing at him.
Oh, my bad. Let me do this too.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. 10 damage, so the save is 10. Let's see if you save him from taking damage.
I mean, probably not. Have to roll a 1. Ooh.
Oh, barely maintaining as, let's see. That greatsword swings at normal for 13 damage towards Reckoner, who must roll me a Constitution saving throw to maintain blur.
Oh, actually, my bad. My bad. Before you do that.
Oh, okay.
The attack from the Steel Defender will channel my Archangel. Taking extra 4 damage, which means it failed to save, and then healing Isrin for 11.
Alrighty. So hold on, let me recover Reckoner's 13
Thanks.
HP.
So you see the force drive into it, and somehow magical energy bursts out of it, channeling into you, healing you. Like a stream of energy from here to here.
It's a little bit of a weird thing. I'm still surprised. That's such a cool ability. Yep. So Reckoner, with the assist of Sid, has slain the Tanaruk before it can make its vile swing back at him. All right, Wiharu.
So I can still cast other things as long as they can't as they don't require concentration.
That is correct.
I will poison spray the Tanaruk to my bottom right.
Ooh, okay. Passing this. Is this an all or nothing or all at half?
Let me see. All or nothing. Yeah, all or nothing.
All right. So unfortunately, that one does not connect.
Oh, whoops. Ignore that one. Click the wrong. There. Yeah. Okay. And how is Reckoner's health?
Well, seeing as how he avoided taking that damage, he looks pretty good.
Okay. In that case, I'll end my turn here.
Mm-hmm. Ace, you hear smashing sounds on the other end of this wall.
Oh, that ain't good.
All right, let's see. You see some of the rock shuffling away, but nothing seems to penetrate it quite yet. All right, and that's the end of it for now. Argos.
Okay. Now that Argos is finally free to assist with the front. He will launch a sling at the furthest one first.
I think that's in your fog cloud.
No, it isn't. It's back here.
The fog has a
Oh,
blue.
right, yes. The blue is the fog cloud. Yes, I forgot. Yep, go ahead. You definitely see him. Woo!
All right.
For
For 13 damage.
13.
Yep. And it pings off of that one's head and
definitely hits.
For 8 damage.
Yep, that one is barely standing. But you know these things, they kind of just don't die.
Yep, so it's just like let's see. And he will grant A's a bardic inspiration. I think that's
Alright.
in range, right? Yeah. Bardic inspiration. Yeah, that's in range. Alright, that's it.
All right, Isran.
So the one that looks damaged is the one in front of me or this one?
Yep. It's the one right in front of you.
Trying to decide if it's worth it or not. I think. Well, no, Reckoner. Alright. Action, one right in front of me. Let's see if this works.
Sacred Flame.
Mhm.
All right. Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Failing. Taking the full 11 radiant damage. And
Mhm.
it doesn't even get its undead fortitude as the damage was in fact radiant.
Yep. I think. Is Reckoner the only one with radiant damage in the group?
You
He
don't
doesn't have
think
radiant damage.
Yeah.
Guiding Bolt?
Guiding bolt
Guiding
is in
bolt,
fact
yes.
radiant. Yes.
Yeah, no. Let's just attack with my spiritual weapon.
All right, that definitely hits.
Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah, second level, submit.
Hey, I mean, chip damage is
Ouch.
chip damage.
6 damage is 6 damage, yep. I should have just used my bonus action to take out my echo. Next turn, next turn.
Next turn. Alrighty. Is that the end of your turn for now?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. Don't really want to move anywhere.
Alright. The Casby that's being currently grappled by A's. You make your constitution saving
Oh,
throw
yeah.
at the start of your
Whoop.
turn. But you know you
Shoot.
made it in advance, so as you might imagine, it is going to. You're in range of it, so boink. Gonna give you. Oh. Okay. Ooh.
Well, then. Move that needle somewhere else.
And let's see, what is it going to do? It cannot move because it's currently grappled by you, and. Alright, so that's what this one's going to do then. This is for something else. You hear more shuffling happening across this wall. It is now the Tanaruk's turn. As let's see, 2 of them can make these rolls. All right. You hear some shuffling over here, Argos, and a small path was opened. Hold on, let me make that small path. There you go. And then over here, only one made it into range, as he will also try to. Same thing for you, Ace. On this side, you see a small path open up. Let me go ahead and create the thing for you to see.
Man, these fellas don't know when to quit.
All right,
Hey,
and
at least
then
if there's this many here, the city must be getting attacked by almost nothing.
as this one steps forward, and look. Yep, it's probably just going to attack Isrin. You're the only one that's not getting disadvantage against. So, one bite, one great sword. Both connecting for 9 and 11 damage, respectively. All right, it is now your turn, Ace. You passed the Constitution saving throw from before, so I'll let you keep that roll for now.
All right. As they probably start off with Shocking Grasp, failing. Hey, Argos, you need me to bring this fella closer? So you can, you know, when I was talking about the cave-in thing, I don't mind bringing the cave down on them, though.
Me neither. Okay, so what? Real quickly, what were you thinking?
Well, let me, see what we got. We got, one rock, we got 3 at Demon Fellas, and we got 1 of these, big mosquitoes. So probably just shut them out again, because we just gotta get out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold this fella in place.
Argos notices something interesting, actually. Can dropping a concentration spell be at will? So can I like just drop it right now?
Yes.
Argos drops the fog.
The fog is gone.
Is it clear? Is there more of Tamarix like running through this tunnel?
At this time, no. It does not look like there's any. It
I
seems
figured
that
as
they
much.
split the forces.
Think it's time for a getaway?
Argos just like nods. And he'll collapse the tunnel behind them. Of course, they might try to go back around, but he'll have to wait a bit.
Alright, for A's moves then. Should I let this fella go and just move over?
I think so.
Alright. I hope they don't move before you do. They'll take the opportunity attack.
All right.
Whoa! Backstab me. Alright, that's it.
All right. Miro, are you within 30 feet of it? I
Nope,
can't tell.
I'm specifically 35 feet away.
You are correct.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Can you get rid of the spike growth we are if we're just gonna run? Quip whap ape man.
We no longer need the spike trap.
I will break the concentration. Wait, I can't do that until my turn.
You
Or
can do it
can
at
I?
will. At will, yeah.
Yeah, you can do it at will.
I will break the concentration.
Indeed, the spike growth disappears. Well, I mean, it was kind of hard for you guys to see it in the first place, but you could definitely tell that it's gone now.
All right. Looks like we're going. I will come up to here. Take 2 swings at this guy.
Woo! Definitely both hitting.
Sadly doing the same damage.
Oh, that's so tragic.
And I will move 25 feet here and then take the opportunity attack from him if he feels like doing it.
He was going to attack you anyways, yeah, because you attacked him. So
Oh, yes, his reaction.
this is an advantage. 19.
I will just shield that then.
All right.
Actually, it's 6 damage. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm literally concentrating on nothing right now. Yep, that was my 30 feet. Sid will wrap around. 10, 15, 20. Make an attack.
Mm-hmm. Definitely connecting.
5 more damage. I will also just go ahead and use the ability now to deal slightly more damage. 3 more damage, so 8 damage total, restoring 5 hit points, let's just say to Isrin. And Sid will hold the line there. He's, even though Miro's attached to it, he is more expendable. As Flying 8-Ball flies through and takes a shot at it as well. 6 more damage.
Yeah, this one is barely on its toes right now.
That is it for me.
All right. Reckoner's gonna see if he could bring this one down so everyone could try making their escape unimpeded. 18 does connect for 8 slashing damage. Well, not 8. 8. Oh, okay. Gonna make one more swing at it.
Oh man, I think that's an instant kill. Oh no, that's I misread.
Right. That was a Constitution one, yeah. But there's another 11 on there.
Sid will
Unfortunately.
attempt to follow up on that.
Yep, go ahead.
5 to, yeah, even if I rolled pretty well, it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this thing is barely standing, but it's on its last toes as he starts making his way. He'll try to lead in front of Miro. So like around there. Wiharu.
I poison spray him.
Constitution saving throw at advantage, failing, taking the 7 poison damage. However, they are resistant to poison, so unfortunately, it cannot bring it down.
Shame. I would also try to run past him and take the opportunity attack.
No. It's already used its opportunity attack.
It's already
You're
used
free
its
to go.
reaction. You
Yeah.
can go.
You can go.
I caress his cheek as I walk past him.
Okay.
Do you dream of what could have been, what might have been?
What should have been.
And I am my turn.
If only they had been born in another time, in another place.
All right. Unfortunately, these rocks don't quite fit through the tiny holes that those that the Tanaruks made us, so they still have to make their own straight tricks to get across. Oh, that one doesn't make it. And let's see about this one. Nope. Just more bashing against the wall as on that side nothing happens. Now let's see on this side.
Oh man.
One smashes through the wall. But since that was its action, the other one just flies in as well. They are flying at the maximum 40 feet. They make no actions at this time, since they use their actions to try bashing through the wall. All right, Argos.
How high?
Argos,
are they?
They are 40 feet high.
Oh, okay. Argos steps back a few. Oh, let's see. Actually, Argos runs all the way over here, and drops another shatter on top of them.
Yep, there goes the shatter falls. I'm guessing since you can
Uh,
target both them and the ceiling now, you
Yep.
will.
Yes, I will.
I'm sorry.
All right, they both must make me Constitution saving throws. They do, like every other demon, have magic resistance.
Okay.
So these are at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Only one passes, so it's a 12 damage. Which, wait, hold up. These
It's
guys,
thunder. So
thunder. Haha, they are not immune or resistant, so they take the full 12 damage.
and then the other one takes 6.
6.
Haha,
Yeah.
eat shit. No, I get to roll the 10d10s, right?
Yes, you do.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, these are not magical rocks.
No,
So,
that's fine.
Yeah. So it's still a massive amount of damage.
Oh shit, I rolled really good for this.
Yeah, you did. So the first one is 34,
Mm-hmm.
and then the second one is
32.
32. Thank you. And let me roll the 2d2s to see which sides they go. One gets bopped on this side. The other gets bumped back across the wall. Let me go ahead and create the wall.
Are they now floored?
Oh,
No, they definitely took a lot of damage, but they're definitely not floored right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, that's all my level 2 spell slots.
so much value.
Right?
Basically causing massive cave-ins. All right. Was that it for now?
Yep. And then Ace still has Bardic Inspiration, correct?
Yes.
And then let's see. I guess so does Isrin, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Put that flag on yourself.
Refuse.
Wow.
I guess. I guess that'll be an unsettling words. Actually, yeah, an unsettling words for this one then.
All right. That's reducing their saving throws, correct?
Yeah.
I'll just choose red. Red's a nice color.
All right. And then that would be the D8. Let's see what they get. -2. Actually, can I change the unsettling words target to this fool here?
Okay, yeah.
So it's a -2.
Yep, it's a -2 to that dreadful undead fortitude. Probably.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Isrin.
I mean, I was just gonna. But
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
wait.
-2 to saving throw is good.
Yep.
That's
so
fair.
it's -2 to the advantage roll. It's going to be a
Oh, it failed.
failure.
Totally.
Yep. As it gets hit by the sacred flame, and of course, radiant damage burns it to a crisp.
Bonus action, move this upwards, and then I guess I'll start making my retreat since we're all planning on leaving 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Actually, I think I'll just get to here just in case. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Now the Casby's turn. It is not in range of anybody, so it's obviously going to continue to chase. Yeah. Flies up to you, Ace. It seems to have gotten a bone to pick with you, as it will try to proboscis you.
Hey man, did you ever think that you started this and I'm just pretending? Wow! You keep on trying to do that. Stop it! Goodness gracious!
Touched it.
And
Hey, you can't put that there.
let's see. Oh yeah, and the other one is going to try making a hole through the wall. It's been failing this entire time. Yep. There's just more bashing to the left, but no holes being created.
Is it killing itself trying to do this?
No, it's not.
That would be kind of
Got a
funny.
very bent proboscis though.
All right, and that's the end of their turns. As it's once against the Tanaruks. There are no Tanaruks here right now. Let's see. These are gonna get over here. Just hobble you over here real quick. One, two, three. Oh, did I roll 4 by mistake? Either way, only one of them smashes a part of the wall.
No, the first strength roll was the previous Casme, and then
Oh.
you did 3 Tanaruk rolls, so 2 of them smashed through.
Okay, yeah. So they basically create a rather large-looking wall, but it does not look like they're going to be able to attack this time. That was their action.
So I'm understanding this right. We create one last shadow over here, and we're all good to go.
Much.
Right.
All right.
Once we get through the gate, I can just lock it.
Right. Action disengage.
Oh, hold on. There's still some more Tanaruks going, but I think you
Oh.
guys have pretty much got this covered. But yeah, we'll just see. So these guys run their full 60 feet.
You do have to make a con save to start your turn.
That's true. Although with this bardic inspiration and my +8 to Constitution saves, I'm feeling pretty confident.
Probably pretty good, yeah.
Well, it's a D8 bardic inspiration, right?
Yes, it's a bardic inspiration, and I think it never goes away unless
Yeah.
until you
It's
pass.
a D8 bardic inspiration. If you fail it, you keep it.
All right, Ace, it is now officially your turn.
Yeah, not even close. Action disengage. They create some quick space. Come on, let's go.
All right, Miro,
Yep, same thing. So I
Roll me
go to
con-
here and then go. Oh, yes,
roll me a
that.
Constitution saving throw. I think almost everyone except for Riharu and Reckoner. You pass.
Go here and then go 35 more feet out of the map.
Of course. Yeah.
And then Sid just goes another 50 feet off the map. And this one joins me going another 30 feet off the map.
All right. Yes.
That's it. That's all the dashing.
All right. Reckoner is going to immediately join you as he runs 15 and then another 15 plus dash to get catch up to you. So he is now, Reckoner is off the map as well. Oh wait, Reckoner was not in range. Wiharu, you're not in range of the Kazumi. What are you doing?
Dash action. Run!
Yep. Okay, you get out of the cave as well.
So 15:45 out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have my turn after fleeing like a man.
Hey, real men know when to quit.
All right. These Vroks they don't know what's up. So these Vroks back here are going to continue smashing. Oh, okay. So this one finally burst through. See, that's a 10. 45, and it's flying to maximum distance. In the air, I mean. This one will fly here. Oh no, it can't land there because of your clone. So it
No,
will
this
fly.
is a spiritual weapon. It doesn't
Oh.
take space.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right. So it will land right there in front of you, Argos. This is the one that was sent across the wall. It's not too happy with you. As it would make... Let's see.
Oh.
Oh,
Didn't already
okay.
do an action to break through.
The Tanner
Yep.
broke it.
The Tanner Oaks
No?
broke this one.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. It was not too pleased with what you did to it, as it looks down at you and with one horrific screech. Roll me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Isrin, you too.
No, as you're about to fail that Argos, you see that Ace attempts to agile shift to stop it. It's like
We're way too far away. We're both too far away.
Hmm?
Remember, we're off the map.
30 feet.
Oh, are you still on
Oh.
the map? Is it your turn?
I was still on the map when I said I was ahead. I was intentionally trying to stay like in agile
Oh.
shift range.
Alright, I guess I roll it again.
No.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yes.
You roll one more time. Oh!
You see
Right.
the screech about to reach you, and then Ace just moves in front and like vibrates the sound away.
I like to imagine you ran up and closed his ears. Just like covered it and ran off.
That works too. I like that too.
As you heard the terrifying screech, but it sounded very muffled to you, Argos. You didn't quite hear it. As that was its action, and you are free to go.
That's weird. This thing is taking quite a bit of damage here.
Don't fail to con save.
Roll me one more Constitution saving throw for the Casmi.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Argos. Maybe A saved you from the previous screech, but now the buzzing drones that you are hearing, you feel very, very sleepy as you fall unconscious. Here's the actual text of that. By the way, I removed the next 24 hours part, as you guys already noticed by now. All right, Isrin.
I'm going to do what I should have done a long time ago.
Don't they
All
have to
right,
make a con
what are
save
you
too?
gonna do? No, they're not in range.
Okay.
There's in fact the silence coming out.
Yep. And then... would I just drag him off at half speed?
It would be at half speed, yes.
Cool. I'll just go 15 feet backwards then. Also, I'm going to center silence at the spot right next to me.
I imagine you're gonna move first and then silence your current location. Correct?
No, I'm going to silence right
But
next.
it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. If
It's not like moving Argos requires speech or sound.
Mhm.
mhm.
Well, it might if I tried to dimension door him out or something.
Is there a
Dimension door.
somatic or verbal component to Dimension Door?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, it is exclusively verbal, in fact.
Oh, okay.
As a sonic step.
15 feet, huh? Alright, then I'll move it up here. I'll move it up here.
All right.
That way, if I move 15 feet backwards, I will be out of... Nope. I'm gonna have to move it one more foot upwards. Right there. So that when I move 15 feet backwards, we are both outside of the silence.
Oh, so it's just like just behind you then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you move the 15 feet and you cast the silence just behind you.
Yeah, just where the circle is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to do that though, because that means it's gonna come closer.
All right. And that's the end of your turn.
You know what? My weapon's still there. Why not? Whack.
You attack the Vrock. Definitely hitting for 9 force damage.
Well, I can't complain too much because it is a bonus action, but... Moving on.
Mm-hmm. Alright, it's the Casby's turn again. Whoops, I'm accidentally dragging that. So we can... Okay. Flies over here. And let me see, these things. It floats outside. And it flies up. Oh, wait, hold on. No, it cannot do that. It did not have the reach for that. So 30... 50. So it gets to like, it clings onto the wall right there. And we'll attack A's because it's been doing nothing about attacking A's this entire time.
Wow! Times 4.
A vendetta against A's, and yet it's failing every time. Alright, it's the Tanaruk's turn. And yep, they're slowly making their way through the tunnel. Now they're starting to squeeze their way through here. And it gets to here. And this one will attack you, Argos, as you sleep.
They'll wake up after the first hit, right?
Yep. Yes. So they are at advantage because you are currently unconscious. The first one hits you for 7 slashing damage.
It's also a crit.
Oh, it's a crit, so it rolls an additional attack, I guess.
Additional d6.
I guess that also wakes me up.
Yep. These guys are definitely not the brainiest bunch, as they are literally dead zombies. But they want you guys dead more than anything. It's not a matter of capturing you. So a crit gives it a great sword, so 2d6, so 7 plus 5. So 12 damage on that first swing, and the bite misses you no matter what. All right. And that's all their turns, as none of them are in reach yet. A's.
Let's see, Argos moves after the rock.
Oh, right. I think you're still in range of that Casmi.
Oh, yeah.
Easy pass. Not even a challenge.
So it's the rock and this thing that are. And they said this thing has a vendetta against me by the looks of it. I'm just thinking. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is attached to the wall, right? Is it like 5 feet above the ground? Like I can walk under it?
Yeah, you can walk under it. It's just in range just to hit you.
Miro. Oh wait, Miro, you said you're like 60 feet out or something, right?
Yeah, pretty much
like
everyone
30
is
to
really
40
far.
feet out, yeah.
Yeah. The majority of them are outside. The only two that are still a little bit inside the cave is Isren and Argos.
If you think you could survive a turn, not a turn. Think you could survive for a little bit in here?
He just shrugs.
Hmm.
Who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky. maybe he'll be very unlucky and so many crits. We'll see. Let the dice roll.
Alright, here's my plan. We're going to have to hold them off long enough so that way we can seal this tunnel off and then I can get us both out of here. I think that's the game plan. So, hold on to your butt. They're going to go up over here. You're not concentrating on anything, right, Isran?
The
Shakes
silence.
his head. No.
The silence.
Oh yeah, silence, but it's not really doing much right now since they can move around outside the radius, so...
Okay,
really.
I'm asking because I'm considering using Thunder Step so that way I'll still have an extra spell slot for Dimension Door. I can use Dimension Door, I just don't want to use the spell slot if you're willing to tank a Thunder Step. It's 2d10 with a save. 3d10, sorry, with a save. Which
See
would you
if
prefer?
can get me out of here.
Yeah, Isran, I'm letting Isran decide. Do you want 3d10 or should I use the higher spell slot to avoid the damage on you?
So you're right next to me, right?
Yeah, and they're the only one that would be affected by this Thunder Step then, in terms of damage. I'm going to get Argos out of here.
Sure, why not? Let's go for it.
Alright, Sonic Step! They grab onto you, Argos. Let's go! Come on, we got you need your shatter.
Just outside of this entrance.
That should not
and-
be at advantage. I don't know why it's at advantage, but either way,
Yep, you passed it no matter what. All right, so how far is it?
The range on it is 10 feet from where I left.
So that means these guys all must make me a Constitution saving throw. This is in fact thunder damage.
oh, can I retcon that I dropped silence before this?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, you could.
Actually, if you did that, I'd have moved even closer over here, which would get one more.
Yes.
Make me have to
The
roll
thing
one
is,
more.
like, sound cannot pass through silence.
Oh, that's true. The Thunder Step wouldn't have actually hurt them in that case.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying retcon it in that I did actually drop silence.
Alright. Argos, you are 90 feet away, and then Ace goes, I'm sorry, man, but I got a mission. And they run right back up next to Isran.
That might be too far because he wants to try to collapse more of the cave on them.
I mean, how far is it to the gate from this, whatever?
From the gate, I'll say.
Like another
actually, let me pull up.
40.
There's an actual
50
map,
feet?
yeah. Like,
Yeah, let me pull up the actual map. Right, the actual thing is Argos. You're just like a little bit. You're basically touching the gate.
Oh. He does want to see if he can like help them. Help the rest of the party though.
Yeah, you're still being range of shatter. So the idea is collapse the entrance, and then I'll get Isran and I out of here.
So
I mean,
basically,
I would communicate as well as like, as long as we get past the gate, you don't need a shatter. I can just lock the gate magically.
All right.
As
Okay.
if A's dimension doors Isran out, they're the only ones left in there, and everyone else would already be outside.
All right.
Hmm.
So
Let me see.
guess
Do I need
I'm
a
technically not here then.
yeah, you're technically not there either. You're
I just moved myself into a wall.
I got you. I'll just leave you there.
That's just how much you're
You know-
not here.
You know, given everything, I think it'll probably make sense. I'll actually use that as a bonus action on it, and I'll use my action to dodge. That seems like a smart idea.
I'm just moving your eyes tokens so they can see their stuff
Yeah.
better.
It's just
I'll
it's a-
remove the dynamic lighting so you guys can see too the action.
Hmm.
There you go. All right, continuing where we left off. Ace, you're taking the dodge action now.
Yeah, I use Thunder Step as a bonus action with Quicken Spell, and now action dodge after running back here.
All right, yeah. Miro, what you up to? You're probably 60,
So I
60 feet
make
out.
my way out the gate, and then I yell at, "You better make it out, A's!" As I yell at Reckoner to close the door as I prepare the arcane lock spell.
Mm-hmm. It is Reckoner's turn.
Only
going-
closed it after Weharu, obviously.
Yeah. I was about to say, yep. He gets to outside the gate with you, and he readies an action to once Weharu gets past the gate, or Argos, I guess, since Argos is the last person.
I thought Argos was already outside the gate.
No, he's
right
out,
at the
he's
inside.
right at it. He's on the interior side of the gate.
Okay.
Yeah. So Reckoner will wait for Argos to finish casting his spell, and as soon as he does and gets across the wall, we'll close it. That's his action. Weharu?
I'm 45 feet outside the entrance of the cave. Can I still see far enough inside to cast?
You can definitely see far enough, but if you're trying to run outside the gate, you will need your dash action.
Can y'all make it?
Can we see the other map real quick?
Sure, let me go ahead. Since this is basically planning on whoops, wrong map. Ha.
Hey, we're already
It
at
was
the end.
all a
Good job,
dream.
guys.
It was
Good
all a
job, guys.
dream.
Freedom.
We've made
Anyway,
it.
here's the actual map. Oh, right, you
Is
guys are not
black.
here. Yeah.
So I'm technically right here.
Yes, you're right there, Argos. Let me go ahead and drop everyone else's tokens on here. I deleted everyone's tokens. Weharu, you're about, you said 45 feet from the thing. Miro, you are now just outside the gate with Reckoner, who is ready to close it.
Oh yes, I won't make it if I try to cast. I will use my dash action.
So I just want to see.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Actually, I will just split you guys. What the heck am I doing here? So, sorry. I'm splitting you guys. Oh, dang, I messed this up, huh? So, wait,
I mean, it's
majority-
not super important
okay.
because the stuff we're doing is just getting out the gate.
Yeah,
just
we don't- we don't
just here
desperately
for
need to
like
see this
visual
part, yeah.
reference, but
yeah, just a visual reference. You guys are pretty much gonna have this all planned out, so.
Okay, yeah. I dash action to run out the gate,
Uh-huh.
and I end my turn.
Let me go ahead so you can see too, Emily. There you go. All right, now it's the Vrock's turn. What's happening on their side? One flies up right above you guys, but that one already used its screech, so it's not going to again.
you haven't
Oh, I'm
cannot
not in
attacked
the.
the other.
I'm not on the map.
Yeah, I'm just moving them. I'll move you guys back. It's a bit weird to do this. There you go. They flew up towards you guys. Oh, let's see. How far does that screech go?
20 feet, I believe.
Yeah, so I think only one of them is in the range to screech you guys, as it will try to screech you guys.
So con save.
Yes. Just barely.
Come on, Usman. Keep your focus. Keep your focus.
Both of them maintaining focus as the rock right in front of you, Ace, will sweep its beak and claw at you. Beak and talons. Oh, no, yeah, that's the one that didn't make a screech attack. As in the 18 will hit you, I believe.
It doesn't look like it's trying to grapple me with that, right? It's just an attack.
Yeah, it's just an attack. It's
I'll
not
take
grappling you.
You were dodging.
I'll take the hit.
Oh, you were
Oh
dodging.
yeah, I was dodging.
Nope, you do not take anything. You are the Gucci. Alrighty. Argos. Everything is according to you and plan now.
Okay. Let's see.
You guys can clearly see now that the blockades that were here and here have been cleared out.
Let's see. If I do go 30. Yeah. Let's see. What can I do here?
It's not. There's not much. I mean, you don't have to cave it in. I think I could just grab Izzard and we get
Yeah.
out anyway.
I guess. All right. I guess is the idea for me to just step out because I'm
Yep.
way too far to. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Argos just like makes a turn around outside the gate.
All right. The instant you get across, Reckoner slams it shut.
Yep, and I also cast Arcane Lock on it. Spraying gold dust across it.
Indeed. It is now arcane locked.
Oh, the DC to break it increases by 10.
Actually, before I stepped out, can I have done something real quick?
Sure. What do you want to do?
Argos will attempt to cast slow on. I guess
Everything beyond before them.
only up to 6 targets, but like the 6 nearest targets, basically.
All right.
Has a 120-foot range.
That will be. Let me see. The Casmi, 1 rock, or 2 rock. How many rocks you want to? Rocks. I think you can hit 2 rocks, 1 Casmi, and then 3 Tanarooks.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right. So that's what saving throw?
It's wisdom.
All right. So these things still have advantage because of magic resist. 1 failing. And 3 Tanarooks failing. So 1 Brock and 3 Tanarooks right in front are slowed. All right, Izarin, it's now your turn. Izarin.
Yikes. Actually, I don't think I really need to see the other map, do I?
If you want to see, I can show you it.
No, because it's not like there's really anything I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make a
Mm,
con save though.
Yeah, you still have to make me for con save for that Casmi. Passing easily.
Hmm. Bonus action, Shield of Faith, action, dodge.
All right. Now the Casmi's turn. It was unfortunately not slowed. And of course, with the same vendetta, A's.
Oh.
Well,
Oh wait,
That
this
would,
is
be,
with
that
the
would be on
set.
your turn anyways.
However, I'm keeping it consistent. This is a con save I'm using for the next one.
the 22 did in fact hit you already. Sorry, I rolled twice.
Yeah, finally does manage to stick the proboscis. God, I hate needles. What was that? 41 damage?
Yes.
Okay, I'll probably lose my Oh wait, I was dodging. Yeah, if I was dodging.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're dodging. The 16.
However, 16 would still connect. And I'm not going to use shield on it. I will just take the 41.
Okay. And then the next attack would have missed you anyways.
Hmm.
All right, and then now the Tanarook's turn. 3 of them, the 3 that are slowed, walk up to you, and they make only 1 great sword swing at you.
Only 1 greatsword swing, huh?
As in, each of them attacked you.
Well, 2 of them miss, the other one hits.
Only the 17 hits you for 14 damage.
Alright, another 20.
14.
No,
It's not a
14.
crit.
It's not. a
Alright,
crit,
because it
you're
wasn't a
dodging.
crit.
You're dodging.
Yeah, he's just extremely wounded after that combination of attacks. And then, at the beginning of Aza's turns, they failed at Constitution save, but but
Uh-huh.
agile shift. They are actually unconscious right now. Ace is just unconscious at this point in time. But they are moving so fast with the preparation that they had prepared in advance. They grab onto Isrin and dash out anyway, phasing their molecule straight through the gate and right next to everybody else. And then they fall asleep on the ground.
Okay.
Not asleep, unconscious.
Even better. Like, if they're unconscious and not asleep, they're literally just gripping you tightly and then they're just holding on and just standing there.
You
This
see Izzy
guy.
just like trying to shove him off. Like, get off me.
All right, you guys are now outside the marble mine with the thing shield shut. If you guys run basically full speed, I will say you guys can make it as
Yep,
far
I'll go
as somewhere else.
Yep, Argo slaps Ace. Alright, now's not the time to sleep. Off we go.
Right. Ah, man. Ah, there's a big gaping hole in my side.
And I guess the party just runs their asses back to.
Yep, you
I
book it
guess.
into the dead of night at 2 a.m. during one of the night raids. Best of luck, guys.
Congratulations, you get 14 points of health. A's.
Oh. I'm back. Also, the reason I didn't use shield to block that is because I needed my reaction in case I had the agile shift, which I did.
Well, you could have used it again because you would have gotten your reaction again back on your turn.
Oh, that's true. Guess I just saved myself a spell slot.
I'll just cast Cure Wounds on you too.
Oh, I forgot I had. Yeah, let me give you some help.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
The mechanical
It's
healer me.
Yes. Take all of the healing that I stored. 24 points of health.
He sees the proboscis on it and they flinch, but they get healed.
It gives them like a little
Reverse suck
tiny.
you.
It gives them like a little shot. Eek. But you
Would you-
feel
would you-
better.
You don't need that cure wounds made, but you could if you want to.
Yeah, why not? I haven't used any
Okay.
of my level 1 spell slots.
Alright. Ace is at 79 out of 83. Okay. I still got a fairly good number of spells left. I didn't use too many that fight. Only 3?
I have almost
Actually
all my
still
spells
have all
left,
my-
yeah.
I actually still have all my higher level spells.
Ace will be trying to get onto the stone phone. Hey, Big Al. Oh wait, you're asleep. Never mind.
Actually, the other end is like "Wait, where the heck are you guys?
Big Matters stuck in a cave. Found the. It's complicated, but like an image of her son from the past.
I thought you guys were on your way back from before. What happened?
Yeah, we got attacked. We kind of got caved in. It's a long story. Point is, we're on our way back now.
Well, yeah. Be sure. Stay safe out there. It's dangerous outside the walls at this time.
And I'll just make in haste.
Mm-hmm. All right, and we'll end the session off there.
Actually, how long does Pass Without Trace last?
10
Didn't it
minutes?
say an hour?
Oh, hour, yeah.
You can go if you really desire it. You can pass without trace all the way back to Whitestone.
Ewiharu, Pass Without Trace?
Yeah.
Move like shadows
Eh?
through the night?
Yeah. Like monkeys through the night. Gorillas through the mist.
Or all in that Senna ult.
And the Senna.
Senna, well, not ult, Senna's go.
Yeah, I know what you're referring to, but yes.
The pet passable thing.
All right, guys. Which one of you guys has the best stealth proficiency? I'm gonna use that as the groups.
I only have a +3, but I have advantage.
I don't have stealth proficiency, but it is a +6.
Let me
Well,
just
look
make
at
sure.
me.
I think pass without trace is advantage for.
No, it's plus 10.
No. It's plus 10.
So pass without a trace is +10. I don't have proficiency, but I have advantage.
Probably the best one, unless Ace has a good stealth roll.
No. Does A's look like the stealthy person to you? They got two. Their whole personality screams, look at me.
It's similar to Miro, except in the opposite. I'm super slow, but I've got lots of metal things.
Yeah, but I'm taking it. I'm taking it at an advantage, and whoever your best stealth roll is. Basically, how I'm wording it, or gonna roll it as, is that they're basically leading the rest of the party in the most stealthiest way possible.
I think thematically, Isran should be the one, anyways. It just makes no sense.
Yeah, that seems to make sense.
All right, Isran, make me a stealth check at advantage and a +10.
Oh no.
What could go wrong? 29.
Easily 29. Whoo! All right. Well, we'll continue off with that in the next session.
It's
But
like we were never here.
Mhm.
Except for, the giant collapsed mine.
I mean, who did that? I don't know.
What are you talking about? It's always been like that. Don't you know it's already been collapsed?
There were trolls in there, right?
The trolls never actually entered.
But they don't know,
Oh.
but nobody else knows that,
I
do
don't
they?
know what's a troll. There was a troll here?
Yeah. Maybe it was the trolls.
Maybe it was the trolls.
Man, we can't catch a break. We just gotta keep running.
All right. And that's how the session ends. Great job, everyone. You somehow got out of that pickle. I'm very impressed. Never doubt you guys for a minute.
There